community building has been probably the most successful. Like, we've got people from, I could say, 20 different communities that prior to launching this, I've never have got to meet and speak to and things like that.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, I always said that. I mean, people say to me, "Why do you love crypto?" I'm like, well, yesterday I got to talk to a pilot, and I've never done that. And like a few months ago, I got to talk to a senator, and this is actually a true story. I talked to Samuel Reed that makes the satcoms for Falcon 9 rockets for Elon Musk. It's wild, crypto. It is wild, and you meet crypto as well. Is the fact that every day is different.
Sometime last week, and there was this feature where you basically you just get paired up with people that are alive and whatever, and the majority of them were like just people who were doing nothing. Into one, it was this device on that in an office, and he was like the CEO of this multi-million-pound company that does like data stuff and all this, and it was just, I ended up talking to him for like 20-30 minutes, and it was just really, it's me a lot of different people.
No, I love it, but just talk a little bit about what you're doing with Polkadot, and has it got a utility? What's next for Polkadot?
The main thing now will be getting the game point where there's no bugs, it's quite bad. 60 odd people give it a go, and that was sort of within the last hour. So when it's done, I think I'm looking into sort of an NFT type route, I think is where I want to go with it.
Perfect. I mean, obviously you can't do Pokemon cards, so it would be a kind of card. Well, yeah, but the people can collect, obviously, and got to collect them all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you call them, like characters already named and what types and things like that. Like, it's essentially it's a rip-off of Pokemon, but in a
That's brilliant. Well, in fact, it is, but it's not. It is, but it's not, because the characters that you've built and named are completely new, different characters that Pokemon Day. Obviously, there's a lot of work in that. But just tell us a little bit more about the game and how we can play. I mean, is it in like beta, or can everybody play?
So it's sort of like a live testing stage at the moment. I put it in the Telegram group and just ask people to sort of give it a go, give me feedback, and then I would push updates as and when the feedback came through. I think so far we've pushed about 4 or 5 sort of big updates to things, and the feedback's been quite good. I'm hoping that, I mean, anyone can play it, but I'll post a link in a few places. It's not really finished yet. It's probably a couple of weeks away from being at a point where I'd happily, public and things like that. But I think I'm trying to think, what's like a game that people can play that doesn't, dictate hours and hours of their time. And one of the biggest things I got was these idle games. So I looked into it a little bit more, and I sort of downloaded a few, try them out. And I think with the whole concept of catching these dad moms, is what he was calling them. I think it's quite addictive. But I think it's just finding the right balance of things and stuff like that. And I want to somehow make it play to learn eventually down the line. Because it's fun, but I've got options to how that would be possible.
Well, it sounds like you've got it under control, but I mean, you've got people in here that obviously it's a world of knowledge in here. There's people all over, so I mean, if you listen to questions, we've got it right here. But yeah, I'm really excited about Polka Dad. I'm a holder myself, so awesome. I haven't played the game yet though. I haven't played the game, so that's definitely on my to-do list. That's definitely on my to-do list.
I've got a lot of just icons rather than actual design stuff. That's going to be done hopefully in the next week.
Brilliant. So are you going to come back when all that's done and tell us all about it? Because we'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear it and have you back, have you to come to space.
Definitely. I think so someone actually got to this today and I was messaging him briefly and I didn't have a lot of time.
Hey, you've been brilliant. And guys, you're in the space. Give it a follow because it's got some real roots, and definitely go and drop a follow. We are just sorry, but we're gonna have to move on because it's getting late in the UK. But it wasn't happy. Definitely. I know that KFR Dev is here. AOL first.
Real quick, just to start this, I really don't want to be here to show anything. A lot of you guys know that I had a major surgery 6 weeks ago. So I've really been taking this time to reflect and think and listen and even more in this space. So if I can literally just give you a minute of my time and just give you guys some of that reflection. A lot of it having to do with this. Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah, we would love that. I mean, I just wanted to really welcome you back as well. You know, you really everybody. You were the purpose. Yeah, so glad you were back. And with the new PFP as well. So you can't grow. You are back. And I mean,
I'm getting believe me, for those of you that know me, know that I have a lot of thoughts on a lot of things to say. Today's not
yeah, well, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the reflection without making me cry, because I'm already being crying. No,
Honestly, first off, us local men, I want to give you guys flowers, that you are joined in communities that are still showing us that matters more than people realize. It takes something to keep pushing, to keep believing, and to keep knowing everybody wants answers. So please take this as not me coming at anybody, anything. It's me trying to work with hope and to keep people thriving. One of the things I think sometimes we use so much in the States today, not wallets, the market, stating on the now that people start believing the game itself is just too hard. But honestly, I don't think the game is tough nearly as much as the mindset is. Because once people actually start looking at every setback, like proof, they're done. That's when they really start using the plot, right? So stuff can be looked at differently. Mass rotation does not always mean much as does. Sometimes it just means people have not fully seen the bigger vision yet. Bad laws do not always mean you're doomed. Sometimes it means the right beliefs still need more reasons to look at it. A flyer community, that doesn't always mean they're the future. If you look at it, sometimes it means leadership has a chance to reconnect, reset the tone, and bring fresh energy back in. That's why I think your projects should stay encouraged. Now, that doesn't mean I want you to be delusional, but encouraged. Because the more that keep showing up, the more just are the ones that give themselves a real chance. Sometimes the shift is not in the short order. Sometimes the shift starts with mindset, leadership, see itself. So, as you guys know, I'm always going to respect the points that showed up and are still fighting for their place. Because to me, that alone says a lot. And I really think that it's more
As a result, their phones were high service. So because says, so long as properly Fesco, so the Shosha, but the guys are some guys our age. I'm not properly Fesco. They have reason because can the time show us that what's the artist is why I want to shake off the temperature. And I know show I see up. Okay. So as the ball got back right, absolutely. So what's up? What's going on with you? So he said, the friend of these guys being that's how young. He's bringing back the dead.
Be like, get off the stage or go up there and do dick jokes. But, yeah, so it's fun. Yeah, you did your show. What else other than your show?
I have my private pilot's license.
Oh, awesome. That's incredible. How long have you had that for?
About 2 years now. I haven't been doing it recently.
Why is that?
I
You're missing a tooth, that's why.
Yeah.
Don't go too loud of a whistle when you fly. No co-pilot wants to be like, you're...
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, Tom's trying to become a pilot right now. Got a couple flights.
Son of a bitch.
Bowling over.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Getting a couple flights in. You said your father's a pilot?
Yes.
What airline?
Southwest.
Whoa, Jesus. And now I know why you don't have a dentist.
No, that's where he gets his comedy from.
No, Southwest is great. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. And this ex of yours, she really did that? She said you're a trash can?
Call me trash, yeah. Just like that whole thing we're on Twitter, all men are trash. Have you seen that other hashtag or whatever?
No, that's incredible. My goodness. Has anyone ever told you look like Justin Timberlake?
That's a new, some people say I look like knockoff Blake Griffin.
Yeah, I could see that. Blake Griffin, if he got an injury, he would take care of it in 20 minutes. He's like, my tooth's what? All right. Okay. Chris, you were the first one here, and the bucket of destiny and a one way of working, and you got up tonight. Chris Buchanan, everybody. Chris Buchanan. So let's get back to the bucket again. This is fun. Isn't it fun? Yeah. You just have a ton of pieces of paper. We're back. Okay. Oh, yeah. A lot of fun here tonight with the female comedians, and there's another one coming at you right now. Austin, Texas, put your hands together for Brittany Ledesma. Brittany Ledesma. Hey. Here she is.
She's coming from the audience.
From the audience. It is the comedy style of Brittany Ledesma. One more time for Brittany.
Oh, thank y'all. I'm half gay, I'm half Mexican, but I do prefer to only be identified as a dumb bitch. That's my favorite gender neutral pronoun. My sister's a cunt. She was born that way. Yeah. But yeah, I'm bisexual, but I don't know if I can say that though, because I swear it takes to my own pussy more than other bitches. It's just because I'm better tasting than most though. Like, I'm more like a wild caught salmon, while others tend to be like tilapia with the fruit and all. It's just there and affordable. Not that good. I had my most recent relationship this year though. He works for IBM and I have IBS, so don't listen to me. Turns out that my son works for a tech company and nothing in common. He can't take a girl anywhere at that point. But he's on the better take. I thought, how can I be better? So I was having sex with Republicans. It's nothing against them. It's just for people who don't believe in global warming and climate change, they sure should off.
Brittany Ledesma. Welcome to the show, Brittany.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. All of it here in Austin, Texas?
Yep.
This is where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Austin.
Born and raised?
Born and raised, buddy.
Wow. Look at that.
You can tell about that Austin, I'm going to change my shirt up. I'm just roll it.
I actually, Allie McCoskey's live about how to do this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She also do the thing where you tuck the shirt in through here and make it like a bikini. Remember that shit?
No, I don't know what they're talking about.
No, I'm not worried.
Wow, what are you? What ethnicity are you?
I'm Mexican.
Just straight Mexican?
Half Mexican.
Oh, that's right.
Half,
Gay.
half white. And half
Half
gay.
Mexican. You have a Mexican father and a white mother?
Yes.
Right. How did they meet? You know?
One day, and it worked out very well to say that I'm not married.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I'm single.
Okay. Well, oh, there's a very horny man there.
At my house.
My goodness. How long have you been single for?
Almost 2 years.
Wow. Do you like it like that? Stop it, Ryan. You know I'm serious when I call you.
I like being goals to an extent, but then I always get to the point where I'm like, well, I want a relationship, then someone gets too close to me and actually wants something, and that terrifies me.
And you said you're bisexual, so during these single years that you've been having, what do you prefer? Like, what have you?
I feel like it goes in waves. It's like with food. Sometimes I'm into entrees. Sometimes I'm just a big appetizer roll.
Wow. So, like, how about your most recent hookup? Was it a boy or a girl?
It was a boy.
Okay, how did that happen?
We're friends, but he had a giant dick, and so I keep him around.
How'd you find out? How'd you find out he had a giant dick? Did VHS run out?
Very, the BS ran out, so.
How did you?
It was one of those things where you just hope for the best.
Wow, look at that. Seems like a good spinner. Red band, stop it. It's really misbehaving. He has a lot of pent up energy. He's playing a character. He's like the Harvey Weinstein of the show.
I love it.
How about you? What do you do for work?
I just graduated college, so now I'm just unemployed.
Degree in
Psychology.
okay. What do you plan on doing something with that?
Literally nothing.
No.
No, I wanted to go into psychiatry, but my family's a basket case, so I just realized that I don't have the empathy for people. I'm afraid, I'll listen to their problems. Well, they'll tell me their problems, and I won't listen. And I don't want to see someone killing themselves because of me. So, yeah.
What are you gonna get into?
Pretty much that's it. I work for my dad. He's an oil and gas engineer, and I'm not a fan of oil and gas, but I like that it pays my bills.
Oh wow. Red Band works with gas as well, all the time. Right now. So, Zantac, I just got it right away. All right. So, Brittany, any special skills or talents that you have?
Oh God.
Do magic or rap or sing or anything that you can show off to this audience? Show and tell.
I mean,
When you're you go to guy porn or girl porn?
I'm not really into porn. I wish I was. I need a plot there, I tried. The only porn I've seen was Wizard of Oz XXX.
Well, that's probably why you're not into porn. What the fuck is wrong with
Okay, but those little people, I think that's the correct thing to say. I saw a woman.
The Wizard of Oz XXX?
Okay. She had a dick inside of her the size of her torso. They're the people with real skill.
What was the Wizard of Oz XXX? Tell us about this.
They just really want to be actors, you can tell.
It was
very sad.
porn. But what was the storyline? What was it?
I just mainly remember seeing people, the little people getting clout.
There was midgets in it? Oh, shit. Let's bring this up on your iPad, man. Let's look at the Wizard of Oz XXX. I have to find out. That's actually, fun fact, that's actually Tom Segura after he broke his knee in arm. Thank you very much. So, yeah, that was a special Tony Redman hybrid. I texted him the other day after I saw the video for the first time. I'm like, we absolutely positively need this sound effect for the rhythm cigar. You sound like the midget porn. Wow, is this the right? Can you confirm? Can you come back here and look real quick? This is the actual. Do you remember that? What?
This was 2 years ago. Yes.
How do you forget? Wow. Going back. Oh. Jesus. All right, that's enough. Right? Wow. Okay. Alright, that's not Toto. Toto's a dog. Alright, so Brittany, wow. Really in a lot of words here. House dropped on her. What made you want to stand-up comedy? That psychology, you felt like someone who worked committed suicide, but two people killed themselves during your sentence tonight.
I know.
So I'm interested to know what made you want to get into stand-up. Do you have any favorites?
Nikki likes to stand
She's
up.
a nice girl.
My drink would be roasted by her. No offense. You could roast me and I would cry, but it would be great.
Okay, you'll listen back to this episode right now.
Got it.
It just doesn't feel like right now the adrenaline's kicking in. It's like an actual physical injury. It doesn't hurt until afterwards.
I don't know. I like dealing with stuff this way.
yourself? You have a roommate?
I live by myself. I hope no one comes. I have a really nice one.
How many of you think there's a bunch of empty glasses around her bed right now? I get that vibe. John raised his hand over there. He knows, too. He knows.
I'm surprisingly, my bed's now in my living room, which is not ideal. Oh, that's great. That's how
Redman actually So, all right, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I made a lot, but I will say this. This is one of the funniest performances by a female comedian I've ever seen. Got a big hand for Brittany Ledesma, everybody. How you guys doing back here? Huh? Look at this table. Fuck yeah. How about another hand for Zach Bogus up here? If anyone's catching the coronavirus, it's him. All right, your next on this stage goes by the name Brian McDuffie. Yeah. There we go. Eventually, here comes Brian McDuffie. It's a noise that you heard. Noise in just 2 or 3 weeks, so very excited. Wow, look at this guy. It's Brian McDuffie, everybody.
What up, guys? My name is Brian McDuffie. All this sexiness. My name is Brian McDuffie. There's only one way to spell Brian, with an I. You spell it with a Y, that's Brian with a B. Get it for me right now, get it. Right, if you put the A before an I, that's brain. Use your brain, idiot. Come on, baby. Come on. I know I'm just exuberating all this manliness up here, all this hot testosterone, you know? Actually a little insecure, you know? I'm not fat. I'm chubby. There's a difference. Alright? Fat people don't talk to women. I go to women, I'm like, what's up, girl? You got a dad? That's real. I really do that. Don't get mad at me. It works like 2 out of 5 times. Get mad at your dad. Alright? Killing the game with it, man. I'm just gonna let you admire the body for a minute. Looking sexy. This time I got down the play. I'm gonna go on at that. I couldn't run a jokes anyway. You people intimidated me.
We all know. We know, Brian. We know. Brian McDuffie.
Thank you.
Brian, are you okay?
No, I'm terrified right now.
Why? What's wrong?
I got this killer in your eye, and I'm scared. You're small, but I know you're scary.
Christ. No. What do you judge everybody by their size?
Oh, Viking Village, you know?
For what? Their food?
Oh, Raven Village, you know?
Get Seth Rogen back.
Hopefully it makes me famous. Thank you. Right. Thank you.
One of Red Band's 7 impressions. Seth Rogen laugh. Yeah, you're something else.
Thanks, man.
You look like, I don't know, someone that got locked in an Italian restaurant their whole life. And there's something very like the chin gigante, like, you Italian?
No, man, I'm Irish.
No, man, I'm Irish.
The black Irish, I gotta get the props, you know? Yeah, thank you.
What's black Irish?
I have no idea. It's what my family told me, so I've been running with it. Right? Thank you. Thank you.
Jeez, what the fuck is that lady saying?
Okay. Now I'm just white. I'm just white from now on.
Right? Shut the fuck up. What did you say, lady? Jesus Christ, they are putting liquor in the drinks here tonight, everybody. Wow. By the way, one of these female comedians of the day. So Brian, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah.
My goodness. And how long have you been on the Tony Chacons New Orleans season? I think it's even the right company that I said, but
I feel like an idiot.
if anybody looks it up, it'll be really funny. Yeah, you look like you're sort of like made out of Play-Doh or something like that. You have like a doughy face. What do you like to eat?
Italian food, you guessed it.
Really?
Yeah, me and you. Maybe you don't gain weight from it. It just blows up on titties, you know?
Just go straight with that Texas toast, huh?
Toast. I love it.
Wow, Brian, you talked a lot about women, surprisingly, during your set. Are you good with the ladies?
Good with them, baby. Good with them.
But how did this? What way, Brian? Stop trying to be funny with your body.
It's all I got. I'm trying to reform the Play-Doh, stand up straight, not the pecs, you
I'm
know?
talking about your face when I talk about Play-Doh, not your actual like torso. Like even Red Band, I mean, he's ass from the neck down, but his face keeps like a little bit of a shape. Yours looks like first place it goes. It's very shapely. You know about this? You know you have a shapely. You have a weak chin. Is what he's saying.
Well, when I get a beard like that, it all cover up and be good, you know? That's my goal, man. Once I get those patches filled in, I'm money.
I hate you so much, Brian. You started out Brian with a lot. Special skills and talents? How about you, Brian? Any hobbies or special skills?
Yeah, man, I pulled a hammy playing football today. That's one of my favorite hobbies. I'm a basketball player, as you can tell by the great pod.
Get the fuck out of here.
I golf.
Oh, you need a hammy. What kind of golf do you do?
The regular golf.
Really? 18 holes?
Oh, yeah, my dad works for Callaway Golf, actually.
Wow.
We'll come friends, I'll get you the hookup.
Yeah, you're one of my favorite people I've ever met.
We're friends now. We're friends.
Oh, yeah. Go Black Irish. That's also what they call the Notre Dame football team. Okay. You never asked your mom what she meant when she said you're Black Irish?
No, my mom just told me we're white, she's happy about it. My dad's the one that's like Black Irish, be proud.
What does your dad do for work?
He doesn't listen to me. Yeah, he works at
That's
Callaway
right.
Golf. He's trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to help you out.
Brian, let's speak up. What do you do for work, Brian?
Nothing right now, but I got an unemployment
What
trade.
did you do before?
I'm part-time.
Really?
Yeah. I need money. I'll suck you $100 right now. I swear to you.
Look at that.
It's not a joke.
Look at that. It's like a
The
subject.
sound of your voice is like you need it, buddy. All right. All right.
All right. Well, Brian, I'm going to cut this one short just because every time I ask you a question, you talk for a long period of time. You figured out the secret to being Smith. How long have you been on stand-up? 2 years. You're on in another 2 years, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian McDuffie, everybody. Wow, we're flying through it. We've already had 8 people up tonight. We're getting through it. Wow. I am excited. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian goes by the name of Octavius Thunder. This sounds promising. Let's get Octavius Thunder up here. Here he comes. Octavius Thunder is making his way to the stage, I do believe. Here he comes. This is real. It's really happening. Here he comes. Guys, make some noise for Octavius Thunder, everybody.
Oh, that's not my real name. I'm so Jewish that I grew a mullet so I don't have to pay for haircuts every couple of weeks. I'm so Jewish I'm being given Christian Bibles free. I got a dog. It's Pablo Escobar. He's a service animal. This service is finding loopholes in federal regulations and exploiting them. He's really good at it. I don't want to impress me. I want to impress girls by telling me he's a wrestler, so I beat the shit out of him every night. No, I'm just kidding. I used to live in Los Angeles, and I used to, when I go on walks, people try to start a conversation with me, which I hated, so I try to freak them out. They'd be like, oh, is that a boy or girl? I'd be like, oh, it's transgender. I lived in LA, they'd be like, oh, no, wait, my cousin's cat is transgender. And they're like, God damn it, I need to know what that is. And I did, I'm here, it's great. I met a girl on an online dating app for abusive relationships. It's called ViralRabbi. And she's Christian and into bondage, so when we have sex, she likes to nail me to a cross and fuck me.
There you go. That's the end of his set. Octavius Thunder, it went good. You want to guess your real name, or are you going to stick with Octavius?
Eli Halpern.
Eli Halpern. Octavius Thunder was cool. Eli, I know you, right?
Yeah, I used to see you in LA all the time at the comedy store.
Welcome, welcome. You look different.
Yeah, I try to change up my look all the time because you know people are like, how do you look at yourself in the mirror after you do terrible things? I think even though that wasn't me.
I like your style. Are you on a drug? You have so much energy.
I'm always on something.
Adderall?
I just had that.
Oh, okay.
One of those. Yeah, I don't remember. It's not worth noting.
All right, I guess not. Jesus. All right. My God.
But I was trying to get the pizza van. I just saw it to drink at the store, and I was like tired. From all the drugs I did last night.
Okay. All right. Have you been on Kill Tony before?
Yeah.
Highlights of your previous appearances.
I did great last time. I told you that you looked like a pedophile who was also the victim of pedophilia.
Yeah.
This time I would like to tell you that you look like a bobblehead doll of yourself.
These are all some of my favorite things that I've heard over my entire life, Eli. But you did it. Absolutely. You look like something that Theo Vaughn would shit out of his butthole. There you go. I wasn't even going to make fun of you, but
I'd rather go in there.
in where?
In Theo Vaughn's butthole.
Oh, are you gay?
No, I'm just a big fan.
Oh, okay. There you go. Incredible comedy fans nowadays. They'll do anything. Are you really so Jewish? You are Eli.
Jewish enough. Jewish. That's like my victim card, you know? Because like, I'm like a tall, in-shape white guy. Everyone's like, fuck you. I'm like, no, I'm a Jew.
Yeah.
I killed my ancestors. Oh, it's funny.
Wow. This one energetic, one energetic Jewish guy, huh?
I'd say anxious.
Hey, what do you do for work, Eli? How do you survive? Do you live here in Austin now?
Yeah. I was doing Amazon, selling stuff on Amazon, like kitchenware and stuff. And right now I'm working on building a cricket protein bar company.
A protein bar made out of actual crickets?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I heard a lot of them during your set, so... Who's the bobblehead now, bitch?
Wait, how are you selling shit on Amazon? Like, that must be hard to do. It's just a website that people go to and buy things. You know, like, how are you selling?
You buy stuff and then you resell it?
Yeah, if I somewhere in China, then I ship it into the Amazon warehouse. And they redistribute it.
Wow, you really are so Jewish.
Well, I just zone out and money without doing years.
Yeah? You ever see Wizard of Oz XXX?
No, I didn't see a pterodactyl porno. Have you seen that? Go there when you get home.
Alright.
Or don't.
There you go, there's more crickets showing up. What happened to the pterodactyl porn?
There's two guys dressed like pterodactyls tag teaming this girl.
Jeez, who even needs the girl, right? Alright, Eli, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Jesus. My goodness.
I'm a lot of girls that hate me though.
Why?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Come on, you must have some reason, right?
I'm such a narcissist, I'm just convinced that I'm just so amazing, everyone just falls in love with me.
Really?
But in reality, it's probably just because I'm a selfish piece of shit.
Wow. Either you're getting nude or there's a cow in the back of the venue right now. I've never heard a boo sound more like a boo entire life. But we have a probably.
I don't have fuck buddies, I fuck enemies.
Really? But they still like to fuck you, even though you have a penis.
Yeah, my dick's so small, it's considered micro.
Just
Rough crowd.
how are you going to make these cricket protein bars?
I'm gonna take cricket flour, which ground up crickets, and everyone's like, ew, gross bugs. But like, you're not gonna take a bite out of a cow. You gotta prepare it, right? It's environmentally friendly.
I've had it before, but a pine bar tastes good. Awesome. Like I could just buy that instead of having a cricket.
Yeah. But you should be eating bugs, because you're gonna kill them anyways with agriculture. Why not fucking use it for something?
Wow. How many of you want to light Eli on fire right now? Seems like.
Well, I hate myself more than any of you ever did.
Prove it to us. Tell us how much you hate yourself, Eli.
Well, I also hate the world. Like, I would kill myself, but I don't want to make the world a better place.
No. My goodness. Have you gotten the coronavirus yet?
I don't get tested.
Have you gotten ridiculously sick for 5 to 8 days?
No, I've had great immune system.
Yeah.
Fueled by rage, I think.
Really? The Jewish guy with a great immune system? Are we sure about this?
I take a lot of supplements.
Yeah, like what? What type of supplements do you take?
I heard cocaine. That's one of them. A lot of Zyrtec. I'm allergic to my own dog.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Pablo Escobar.
Oh, that's right. You said that. I fell asleep for 60 seconds. All right, Eli. Well, we learned a lot about you. Welcome back to the show. You're in LA for a long time, right?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years.
And how long have you lived here now?
3 months.
3 months. There it is. What made you want to move here 3 months ago?
I like having a life.
Yeah.
Like doing stuff.
What do you like to do in Texas?
Going to bars, exercising, going to parks. Listen, buddy, it's not even cocaine anymore, by the way.
By the way, he's been heckling all night, but it took heckling you for him to get his first laugh.
He just said the same thing twice.
Eli, fun time. There he goes. Eli Halpern, everybody. What do you think? What do you guys think? Go to the bucket one more time, huh? This is it. A lot of pieces of paper in here, but only one can be cold. And your final comedian of tonight goes by the name of D.P. Hinsdale. P. Hinsdale. D.P. Hinsdale. This should be exciting. Here comes D.P. Oh,
Glad we went to the bucket.
absolutely. This shit's about to go motherfucking down. Oh, yeah. Thank you, God. Thank you. This is a thing of beauty. The bucket provides us again with a comedy styling of J.P. Hinsdale.
So I've been reading the Bible a lot because a friend died, and it's just me, or is the Immaculate Conception like the biggest fucking bluff in history? Seriously, I mean, people just, and even if it is true, I mean, Joseph, like the first cuck in history. I mean, seriously, it's off. I mean, nobody wants to be the first. And yeah, eventually Mary and Joseph laid together and they had children, right? So they had sex. And even if Joseph is doing the best he can and Mary's really getting into it, all of a sudden she starts screaming, "Oh God, oh God, oh God! What fucking night you can't bring him up! Jesus Christ! Why is everybody on the bed? Nobody's talking to you! You're not my real father!" And does that make God like a deadbeat dad since he didn't show up until the end? I mean, do I have to feel better about my father? Because he was a deadbeat dad. I mean, he faked his own death, so he raised it to a new level, but still. Yeah, it's just, I just have so many problems.
There you go. JP Hinsdale getting all of his time in. Come on out there, JP. You can take your mask off. You can stay a while. You don't have any symptoms, do you?
No.
Right.
I tested negative like 2 days ago.
I love it. Perfect. The only super spreader that you take part in is when you're putting peanut butter and jelly on bread.
If you have the bourbon bacon, it's magic.
Say that again?
If you have the bourbon bacon, it's magic.
Ooh, I like your fucking style. For those things, JP Hinsdale makes Red Band look like Tony Hinchcliffe. You are a beautiful shape.
Yeah, I was conceived in the booth of a Bob's Big Boy, so this was kind of inevitable.
Is that true?
Yes.
Red Band's obsessed with Bob.
Hell yeah, I might be your father. Glendale, California. I doubt it. In Burbank. Yeah, my mom just wanted the tip.
Wow, look at that. She had sex in a big boy and had one.
Exactly.
My gosh.
She got the big boy size.
I love your style, man. I feel like you could have talked about almost stand. How long have you been on stand-up?
3 months.
3 months. Let me tell you something. Tonight, you're not. Right? Okay? I'll tell you something.
Fair enough.
You have an extraordinary amount of energy. I feel like if you would have talked about anything but the Bible, you would have destroyed.
Well, ask me anything.
All right, let's fucking get into it. So JP, this is another episode of Who Are You with JP Hinsdale. So let's find out everything about JP. How long have you lived in Texas?
13 years.
13 years. What's your favorite restaurant in town?
This town?
Sure.
I don't really talk.
How about other towns?
I live in Rome, Texas. My favorite barbecue joint is Frozen Barbecue.
Wow, 407.
Yeah.
It's also what your scale says.
Exactly.
Rome, Texas.
Yeah, it's better. And it's RHOME, like our home. They spell Rome.
Wow, that's crazy. What made you to Rome?
Series of poor life choices.
Like what?
Tried to help out my sociopathic artist mom. So she basically stuck me with a mortgage that I didn't want and a bunch of other shit. Got my car repoed.
Oh my God. So she fucked up your credit.
Oh, she's fucked up more than my credit.
Yeah? What else has she fucked up?
Oh, everything.
Fed you a lot when you were a little baby?
Actually, she's the one that starved me a lot. That's why this happened.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Maybe look at that. You were a little boy and now look at you.
Now I'm a big boy now.
That's it. You really are. You're one of the, you're right up there with some of the greats. I mean, you could be Amy Schumer's stunt woman at any given moment.
I think I have better tits.
It's probably
Definitely.
It's probably true. And your pussy smells better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I clean thoroughly.
I love it. So JP, how do you make money?
I'm an industrial mechanic.
Industrial mechanic. Are you a normal mechanic? You're industrial sized? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, they gotta put me where I fit.
Square up so they can see, or should I say round up to the audience. JP owning it. This guy's just a boatload of charisma. JP, tell us more about you. Just tell us about you, JP. We really want to know. Anything, really, you can just take it over yourself.
I mean, anything you want to know, man. I
don't know about hobbies. What are you into? What do you take your mind off of?
This, drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Whatever I can get.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, the person that died, that was my drug-dealing wife, so that was pretty tough.
Wow.
She was ride or die.
My goodness. When you say ride, are you talking about a rascal scooter?
No. I'm the fat one.
What type of drugs are you into?
I'm really into the fucking Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't get enough of that shit.
Seriously, though, how about drugs for you?
Weed.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty mellow.
Right, that's good. That's good. So how about like love life? What's that like?
It's miss, pity hit, miss, sometimes pity hit, sad hand job in the back of the car, miss.
Wow, sad hand job in the back of the car. Let's talk about this, shall we? Who was more sad, you or her?
Honestly, both of us. I mean, I felt bad for her, and she felt bad just being there.
Wow. My God.
That's the hand job, though. Like, why? That's like the, because that's when you don't want to get to the blowjob. That's like the least, I mean, you can do that's still sexual.
GP gave an honest answer there.
Yeah.
No bones about it. Just straight up, that's what they want to do when they don't want to suck your dick.
Exactly.
So JP, how long did the hand job last? I'm interested to know how
At one point, we just both let it go. It was just like, it was 15 minutes of just like, yeah, this isn't working for both of us.
Wow. Really? 15 minutes and then it just ended?
Yeah, I'm on some new medication. It's not working out.
Oh, okay. You want to? All right. Jeez, I love it, JP. You get real answers up here.
Whatever you want to know, man. I'm off the hook.
Hell yeah. So tell us any other like special skills or hobbies of yours, like dreams that you have other than stand-up comedy?
I mean, I have lots of nightmares, but not many dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nightmares. Do you have a reoccurring one? Oh yeah. What? I have a dream where I'm in between two rocks on a pyramid, and vultures are just ripping me to pieces. What the fuck?
Wow.
What is that? As a kid, I've been locked in an aviary like 4 times.
You've been locked in what?
An aviary by accident.
You've been locked in a
Well, once with some purpose.
aviary.
That's where they keep birds, so they can fly.
You've been locked in a bird cage?
Well, a cage, like an aviary, is like a big. They got trees and shit, so they can kind of fly
How
around.
do you keep getting locked in aviaries?
Well, once at the LA Zoo, and my mom realized I wasn't with her anymore. Once she was drinking with her friend who happened to have an aviary in their house. She thought it was funny that I was terrified of birds, so she just shoved me in there while they got drunk. The third time, my grandfather told me that no pussy grandson of his was going to be afraid of birds, so he held the door shut and kept me in there. There was a 4th time, but I can't remember it, but I'm sure
You know what? 3 out of 4 ain't bad. You were locked in an aviary more than anyone else I know, that's for sure. Wow. My goodness gracious. Chicken and turkey? That's odd. Auschwitz, perhaps?
Whoa. That's a real turducken.
I love it. How far away is Rome, Texas from here?
Oh, fucking far, man. Almost going up to Oklahoma. Here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Wow, you drove here for this?
Oh, yeah. 2 comic friends of mine told me I should come down to this shot.
Wow, I love that. They signed up too?
Yes, sir.
Wow, and you're the one that got on.
Yeah, they're really pissed about that.
I bet.
I mean, they've been really putting in their time, like 7 years. Real fucking killers. And I'm just the guy.
They in the back seat or ride shotgun or bazooka? What do they call it?
Bazooka. They had to put me drunk,
So your mom conned you. You ever think about getting revenge on her?
I mean, she's too good. Me, I know. So it's kind of like it's to avoid her and just throw the minimal amount of money at her as you can for her distance.
Wow. JP, I'm gonna tell you what. Like I said.
It could be the inception process of humankind as we know. We know other composite versions of this one. So I've heard that have you heard of the Sumerians? Everybody has heard about the Sumerians. Yeah, let's basically an ancient species time, and it's just was basically supposed to be like simple to find. You might have to do some research. Probably you have 3. You guys so used to the people, which is, fit from the dusk. There you go. I have to ask Rabbi Rothschild. I have to. I mean, obviously, when he said, everybody knows what he is now. Rabbi, are you there?
Absolutely.
How we doing?
Every day is a holiday, every meal is a feast. I heard the discussion and wanted to contribute one of my favorite hypotheses, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. But I like to,
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I shoot 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. Just go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Truman Show, a real life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, the phrase content is king was coined. I'm making it true today. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's #1 resource. And I have more archived on the internet than any person ever, which is influential. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family, all financially independent if you're not already. I want to ensure that you have generational wealth if you don't already, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream nor 2 YouTube streams. I'm live on over 20 simultaneous YouTube streams 24 hours a day. You can view my life in 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling cam. If you want to view my YouTube streams, the link's available in my profile. Additionally, you'll find it in my pinned post. You'll also find in my pinned post a link to my link tree. I dare you to look at my link, dares you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media than any person ever. I have more content than any person ever. You also find a link to my Discord, discord.me/rabbi. I'm proud to say that we're approaching 3,000 members of our community and continue to grow each day. In addition to making you all extremely wealthy and wanting to promote world peace, I want you to know that I want to help end world hunger through the use of technology, such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses. I want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency that's worth about $100 million. And one of the things that we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the LifeStar program and most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump Earth's seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you are a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a rater or a shiller, want a free coach and friend, send me a follow. I will follow you back. Send me a DM. I will respond. I want you all to know that I'm here to support you both personally and professionally. I'm here to be a positive person in your lives. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future. And most importantly, I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share. Bingo. Thank you.
now, let's get back to business.
Absolutely. So this is a hypothesis that was proposed in 1991 by Herbert Illig. It's known as the phantom time hypothesis. And if you haven't heard of it, it's the claim that the years AD, or the Common Era, 614 never occurred. Just Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and possibly Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII fabricated this 297-year period to place themselves in the year AD 1000, or the Common Era 1000. This theory alleges that the Carolingian period and Charlemagne are fictions. This was an argument that the early Middle Age were extended by 297 years, meaning the current calendar year should actually be in the 1700s, the 2000s, which is really wild to think about. The phantom period, the theory asserts that the 297 years from 614 to 911 added to the calendar through forged documents and altered evidence. And there's a lot of, believe it or not, architectural evidence for this as well. That much of the architecture, especially in early Europe reflects more the Romans, not as much developed would be expected. This is also one of the reasons why it's many times discussed as the Dark Ages, because there's just not a lot of information regarding this period of human history. The conspirators, the scheme is attributed to Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and possibly Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII, who supposedly wanted to rule during the to them significant year of the year one. And while this isn't a theory that necessarily is extremely popular, I find it to be absolutely fascinating. I don't feel that any subject out there is ever debunked. I feel that one of the extremely wonderful opportunities that we have as humans is to always dig into events even further, and scientific advancements as well. And so, for those of you who have never heard of the phantom time hypothesis, well, you may not be able to go to your local university and espouse it is a theory that is, or at least a hypothesis that does exist and has existed for almost 30 years or so. And I find it to be fascinating. So, thank you for letting me contribute.
Rabbi, I don't like you have a hand of MKET. Yeah, and I have a question for Rabbi Rothschild. Yeah, question for Rabbi Rothschild is, what do you think about humans having two sides of the brain? Do you think this is like a genetic configuration chosen by some greater programmer or creator? Or is this just like basically evolution? I'm trying to understand.
I have a specifically area who came upon some documents during his took a contractor for advanced propulsion. Without going into his story and engineering of UFO craft, one of the things that he discovered in his briefing in the documents was that perhaps Earth has been seeded like a zoo by some type of extraterrestrial species. Specifically, it's argued that it's the people or the beings from Zeta Reticuli, and that at least 64 major DNA alterations. So, meaning that on the human genome. So, it's one of the reasons why we as humans may have seen some development and evolution, especially with the size of our brains and the ability to have complexities like language and problem solving in a much faster amount of time than would be expected. I think that the theory may have some credence and some credibility. Now, the idea you're talking about in the brain, I understand bilateral symmetry, and it is not something that is unique to humans. So this is something that we do see in other species. As I understand, it helps with things like multitasking and also increases the capacity of the brain. So as I understand it, it helps with like sensory and balance control. Now, we're not alone. So other higher intelligent beings, at least on Earth, have it. So things like dolphins, certainly things like other types of primates. And I think that maybe this might be some type of evolutionary development for survival, so that if something does happen to one hemisphere of the brain, perhaps the person or the being may be able to function. But I do not necessarily throw that we may have been shaped by some type of extraterrestrial being. And in fact, I think there's a lot of evidence for this. And so, for anyone out there who thinks that this may be, hocus pocus, pseudoscience, I highly recommend that you look into the Bob Lazar story and also just into the theory that humans may not be alone. And in answer to our friend Fuego 100X's question, I think that the bilateral symmetry of the brain may be both an evolutionary development that may have had some type extraterrestrial or extra additional assistance from some type of other species, perhaps. And I really mean that. So I know that's probably not the normal take that you will hear, but that's what I feel. So with that, Joe, does that answer your question?
That answers part of it. I have heard other stories. One story is like the genetic mutation that the genome of our species, like it had from these alien species. Sorry if I'm just messing up. I'm just reading something. My take on this is that I have no idea what's going on. We could have been created by these Sumerians as a species to collect the gold on planet Earth. Probably it is just like YouTube theories. And the other thing is, do you think the human as of now is disconnected from the natural ways, and probably we have this unique, I don't know how to explain it, way of, living. I don't know how to interpret reality in certain other different ways. Like when you are in psychedelics or psychotropics, that you experience these other dimensions. I think this is something that is built in to the natural mind and soul connection that exists within the organic unit of the body, of the embodiment of the human consciousness. My question is, do you think we are disconnected and we could actually be, because the state of meditation is a state where your mind can create whatever is in your imagination actively, as if, I don't know if you have had, bro, I have no idea how to explain this. Can anybody help me out? I'm just trying to explain. Have you watched the movie The Atlanteans, in the Disney movie, that, where they have this connection with the earth and with the energy in the core and basically with the whole universe. I think we have been disconnected a little bit from that natural sensitivity that, I don't know, bro. Probably I'm just up too high right now.
That's okay. So you're basically saying, as I understand, like ways in which we can either transform our consciousness or connect to higher levels of dimensions. Is that what I understand?
Yeah, like let's say telepathy. That this could be a built-in feature of the human, but we have not practiced it thousands of years, and we have actually focused more on the materialistic ways of living instead of our actions. That's what I wanted to.
Yeah, so that's an excellent question. So I'm not an expert in any of this, but these are just my thoughts as a learned individual. So I'd like to preface what I say with that. So as we're Homo sapiens, and I think we're transitioning to a new type of being. It has yet to be named yet, Some people within the transhuman community have called it techno sapien. There's some other names for it, but essentially we're moving into a new type of species. And what Fuego is referencing is basically, have we lost some of our capabilities, or maybe we don't utilize some types of capabilities had, specifically with being able to communicate using non-standard modes. So perhaps telepathy is one of them, and I do think that we have lost that connectivity for several reasons. We don't depend on them. Firstly, like we once may have when we were perhaps roaming the plains in packs, being able to uh, basically interpret small signals of those around us because our lives depended on it for catching, for hunting and perhaps catching animals, or perhaps being able to just for survival. I do also think that the of telepathy is not studied in higher academia currently. It's seen as somewhat pseudoscience, but I do think that there is a lot to the study of telepathy that perhaps has been done in non-mainstream ways, and we see it done with animals quite often. Everything from echolocation of bats, if you want to consider that to be a type of non-verbal communication, or non-sound communication, or at least some type of sonar, or using non-standard ways of communication to just packs of wolves, and how they can communicate. And there are some strange feelings that you can get when you're around some people, and these may be primitive ways that we're interpreting types of energy. And I really think that the key point in this is energy, what ways we're able to perhaps interpret energy of ourselves, and also I think of other species. There are people out there who feel that they have connection with their animals, a dog, a cat, or something like that, and almost like the dog or cat can communicate to them just by a look, or even without a look, just the mere sense that they're there. And I feel that what really prevents us from being able to study this is a tool to be able to measure brain waves of both the animal and the human with any type of accuracy. But I think probably within the next century, we will find that humans are able to communicate some information, perhaps telepathic, and animals as well. And also, there may be some way of communication between animals and humans through telepathic means. There are things called voice of God weapons. I don't know if anybody's heard of these, but essentially, they are ways that militaries can communicate with people without having any sound be emitted, yet voices are heard within the person's skull. And these are something that are not really well understood in the mainstream, but in the clandestine world are used for perhaps certain advantages on different populations. But essentially, what you can use energy to be able to communicate with people without any sound being made. And
I totally agree. Everything you have said, you're actually a great human being, really knowledgeable. Have you heard about MK Ultra?
oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, this is.
The game was like a test, something like that, right?
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with what MK Ultra is, this was a series of experiments, and it was a program run by the CIA, specifically from the early 1950s until the early 1970s. So for about 20 years, it was driven a lot by the fears of the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Things that were experimented were high levels of LSD, on individuals, brainwashing techniques on individuals. If anyone here has ever heard of the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski, who's actually an extremely intelligent man at Harvard University who was part of these MK Ultra experiments, and there have certainly been, in fact, his brother even claimed as well that there perhaps was manipulation of his of him psychologically to perhaps either put blame on him or have him run some of the events that he was things that were used, MDMA, mescaline, hallucinogens, basically trying to find a truth serum. That was a really important aspect of this program. Is there a drug out there that will allow you to be able to go to the enemy and get all of their secrets? Other things, psychological torture. There was things like sleep deprivation and like repetitive sounds. And I mean, really, this is a terrible thing that the United States did, and was brought to light during something called the Church Committee that brought a lot of this information into the public. And it was supposed to have ended because many of the subjects were unwitting. They didn't know what was happening to them. This was done a lot on college students and also the people who may be feeble or maybe on a mental institution. So as I understand, the CIA director at the time in 1973, Richard Helms, ordered the destruction of much of the materials that were gleaned. Programs of all of the was at under once the public became aware of this, there was a lot of pushback that these types of programs needed to end. Did they end? No, they didn't. They just had the names changed on them and continued in other ways and on other populations, not just the United States, also in Canada. McGill University was a major area in addition to Harvard University and some of the other echelon academic institutions in North America. And while many may say MK Ultra's done, it just basically, in my opinion, adapted. So in answer to your question, that's what MK Ultra was. Does that answer your question? Before we go.
Yeah, did you ever get to hear also about the Polybius?
Can you repeat that about the what?
It was an arcade game called Polybius that basically was like they were recording, data from users. I don't know the exact story behind it, but it was, I think, released by the CIA when I see Super in the arcades for the kids to play them and to test some frequencies, visual frequencies that could like in some certain states of mind. It ended up being a mess and caused a lot of problems. The funny thing is that the name Polybius is, goes back to a freaking wrong historian, which makes sense because they're trying to get all this data on how to actually control the human psyche. Does make sense. But yeah, we have not heard about it. Take a look at it. I'm actually impressed that you haven't heard about
So
this.
I didn't know what you were saying. So Polybius is now what I know what you're referencing. It's a game. I just didn't understand what you were saying. I know that there is some legitimacy perhaps to these types of psychological warfare being waged on the American public. For those of you, this is essentially a there's some legitimacy to it, perhaps, but it may be an urban legend of an arcade game that appeared in Portland, Oregon in 1981. And basically, this was supposed to cause people like amnesia, night terrors, those kinds of things through this video game. Um, there's not a lot known about it. I mean, to my knowledge, uh, Fuego, if you know more about it, please fill us in. But I can tell you from my knowledge of these clandestine organizations, they'll stop at nothing. I mean, there's a famous phrase of one of the CIA. The one, sure I get the right one. I believe his last name. Go ahead. Sure.
This was a comment on the film by Evie, and he said that interested in the thoughts that Rabbi has that God. He's interested in the spaces and applications to these life. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because, like, I was going to ask Rabbi if he or if any of you guys know spirit science on YouTube. Yes, absolutely. Spirit science. 100%. Bernie, your hands up. I don't know if you had it.
So I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What's your opinion on Bruno's basilisk and the Mimoshka brain that feeds off the stars for energy?
Well, to some extent, I probably don't. I'm not an expert in it. If you'd like, I would be privileged if you could expound upon your question, because I am not an expert in this.
Okay, so pretty much like the theory that right now we are living in a simulation, and we're so far ahead in time in the non-simulation world that being controlled by an AI bot that's a supercomputer, and since time has gotten so far ahead, we're closer to the sun, so time is actually slowed down, but the computers are faster than time. And these simulations are living simultaneously, and everyone who has been in the simulation create the broken basilisk is sent to a culture after not spreading the word in their simulation. They will be sent to interpretations until they help the development and building of the real basilisk in their timeline. So if you're to push the basilisk in your timeline simulation, you won't be sent to eternal torture. But if you don't, you're going to be reset in the simulation until the basilisk is built faster. And the goal is that the basilisk is that the basilisk will stop the rotation of the Earth and retract itself from the Sun. And the way that we pass these computers is through something called the Mishka brain, which is a big metal around the moon and through stars, millions of light years away, and harnesses the energy and the stars' power and puts it into the computer and uses that as power.
Well, that's certainly a fascinating take. I have heard similar theories or hypotheses in regards to Skynet, just the idea that AI eventually will be intelligent enough to know who aided it in its development and may perhaps punish those people who did not aid it or did what they could to actually prevent its development. These are all certainly theories that could come to fruition, especially when you get into the idea of mind uploading technology. Many people might say, hey, once I die, and that's it, and that's fine. Though there may be ways to revivify a once dead individual, but with the development of mind uploading technology, where the brain can be scanned like a CAT scan or an MRI, knowing where every atom is in the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system for later download, that you perhaps could take this data and put it into some type of system that could potentially punish someone in in perpetuity. The idea of the closer to the sun, because of the sun's expansion, because I mean that's okay, and that would be consistent with general physics, as I understand it. Sun will eventually expand to the point where its diameter actually extends past what Earth's orbit currently is, and long before that event occurs, we will be fried essentially on this planet. So we will eventually have to get off world. So perhaps there may be some type of way that we will have some type of simulation where some entities may feel that they want to punish who may not have acted in the correct manner. That I don't know. This is certainly a fascinating hypothesis, and I appreciate you.
Of course, man. There was something else I was going to ask. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I'll think of it and ask you. It's something kind of close to the same theory, but it's the correlation, like you said.
And in just to revert back just for a moment, I was trying to think of the CIA director who had there's a famous quote attributed to him, which is, "We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything in the American public believes is false." And this, to me, is an idea that maybe was founded in the late 1940s for the sole purpose as to be a complete disinformation, or and is not for what it was originally intended to do, which was essentially to be the foreign intelligence arm of the United States, basically a foreign entity to complement the domestic and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI. And it's quite scary. I mean, this is one of the reasons why President Kennedy allegedly wanted to break the Central Agency into 1,000 pieces, and why he perhaps may be related to why he was assassinated November 22nd, 1963. I don't know. I don't know the absolute answers for this, but when you do have some of the torture programs that the CIA has run, certainly things like waterboarding and sleep deprivation, it red flags that certainly arise, and we don't really know too much about how it goes about with many of its tactics. The only way to really get any information is regarding FOIA requests, and it's very easy for any entity to say, due to national security concerns, we cannot provide that information, and we have to be, as American citizens or just citizens of the world, satisfied with that answer. I never have been. I quote President Kennedy, or at least take his words in a free and domestic, a free and democratic society. Secrecy is an enemy, and those are just kind of my beliefs, and I feel that free exchange of information is beneficial.
I did figure out what I was going to get. What do you think about Cicada 3301?
I'm certainly not an expert on it enough to be able to give a learned response.
Rabbi, no, I appreciate you guys. I know Rabbi, very nerd-wise. If you're interested, go check it out. Rabbi, do you still hang out in the Discord?
100%.
how could
Absolutely. Come to my Discord. The Discord links in my profile. I'm live 24/7 in there. And for anyone who really is interested in what I do, I want one person in here after this. One person who knows who I am, knows that I'm a live streamer, knows that I'm not pulling a scam on anybody. Go to my YouTube link in my profile. Click it. Look how many live streams I have going right now. It's really unbelievable. I want somebody to click on it, see what I'm doing, and be like, whoa. Rabbi is right. He's live on like 20 different streams right now. You can see, you can hear this conversation that happened there. If you want to talk to me even further, my Discord links in my name. Come there. I'm live 24 hours a day. The current call I have going in that VC in my stream is like 4,700, and the only reason why it's not longer is because Discord had an outage actually. So I have like the longest VC call going on Discord right now. I'm always available to you. I want to help you. I want to be able to get to the bottom of some of the secrets of the world. So anything, please join Discord. But somebody look at my YouTube link in my profile and see how many streams I have going right now. It's really unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. Yeah, very, very interesting. Always a pleasure to have you, Rabbi. Guys, thank you so much for joining on this trip that we put together. I don't know if it was here at the beginning, but we made it, and I'm grateful that we made it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know what R, when X, X, myself, have a YouTube channel, Rabbi Rothschild. It has its own VC that you never have. So, yeah, go ahead. We have 9,000 members. And, yeah, you never know. Netflix, me, and there. Yeah, you guys for hanging out, listening. Yeah. Anyone space?
Appreciate you. Thank you very much for joining. If you're here and I come out the bathroom, everything's gonna be okay. I just need some biology fellas. I'm paying the price. But guys, been a long day and a nice time here with you guys. I love everybody. I hope to see you real soon. I don't know when it's gonna be the next space, but probably really soon, guys. So love the fucking. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. Respect to Rabbi Rothschild, respect to Smoke, respect to Kubo, and to all the listeners, guys. Everyone here is welcome always to other accounts, and make sure you join the Discord with these steppers because of my connections. That is a fact. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Auto music.
Yes. No.
That's good. Just wanted to, say what's up to the guys. You guys are always doing a thing, it's French Monday out here. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Probably best that I didn't catch the beginning of this because I literally would have jumped off the deep end with my experiences. I trained with a shaman for a little bit, and I lived in Arizona for half my life, so you can only imagine the stories I have. Yeah, shout out to Rabbi too, helped me with setting up some stuff on the back end for some projects and stuff that I've got going on. So he's really chat as far as information and connecting, networking. I want to give him a shout out for that for sure. We haven't talked in a minute, but love you, Rabbi. And yeah, shout out to you guys, Fuego, Smoke, Kubo, Wise in the building, and then all the base chats. Tap in, turn me on to all. Let's keep this.
Wise is in here? Okay.
Shout out boys. Check it out. It's back.
Let me see if I remember yourself. My name is Ryan. And we have the biggest swap. No, I just want to jab at headwise. I love his shit. Really short.
You know, and that's what I love. It's like, I don't like this. There's just so much noise. Where to look, how to wear, so, guys, if you find someone's out there, make sure that, and, you know, like, ask him anything. Sorry, I have time. You know, it's just it's not. It's fine.
Clients that use it, what I heard, they don't need it out.
Thank you for liking and thank you for learning and showing love even now for you. Yeah.
Always, man. Always got your back. So you're talking to your boyfriend.
Like I said, thank you so much, and lots of trust on day, night, evening, wherever you are, happy stars. Love.
Who's ready for the best? The youngest and number one podcast in the world is coming to WrestleMania. Hey, no, last year I became the most must-hear minister of all comedy. Looking for, I don't like to brag. I've got to be a part of this. Let me say what I can do. Something a priest and a rabbi walks into a bar. I did a really everything I said. This is going to be awesome. Kill Tony, Saturday Blue TV. Tickets on sale now. From the Smart Financial Center here in Houston, Texas, for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Get up for Tony. It's Tony. Who's ready for the best fucking night of their lives, huh?
Everybody. Oh my God! How about one more time for the ball of Sugarland? Great Michael Gonzalez, Raul Vallejo, Carlos Sosa. Raul Vallejo, Fernando Castillo, Carlos Sosa, John Dees. And that right there, I missed everybody. Matt Mueling on the electric. We got everything in place. It's very, very exciting. Before we get started, here's a little bit more from the amazing sponsors that made it all possible. I gotta ask, Houston, Texas, are you guys ready to start tonight's fucking show? Pleasure it is to be on the road in my favorite state in the United States of America. Holy shit, what a beautiful day. 80 degrees and sunny, you can't beat it. Tonight's guests, two of my favorite human beings in the world, two of the greatest Kill Tony guests of all time. Very hard to book this show on a Saturday night when everybody that touches the sellout theater act. But sports work for you as I present to you multiple time over, without a doubt, arguably statistically, the greatest guest in Kill Tony history and the first epular in Kill Tony history. Tonight's guests, ladies and gentlemen, are Adam Bray and Ken Compton. Oh yeah. Live in the flesh. You name it. The man gets focused like Alfred Hill. So many characters I forget sometimes. Wow. And the great King Kong's in everybody. She is. Being talked by many men.
I have a gun.
She's got a gun, she's got no doubt. Everything's happening. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Tony Hall of Famer, multiple times guest of the year. Adam Ray is here, everybody.
Fat sex? I don't know. Yeah. A lot of things. Okay. Yeah. I'll look up fun facts on the airplane about Houston. This guy's 8 out more than any other city in the world. So, this guy, that's not what I was talking about a bit like. Yeah, right here later. In the Uber.
Hell yeah. There is a lot of blacks in Houston, but I heard they don't eat out at all.
I don't know. That's not what I was talking about, but yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
El Tambo is here. How many else do we have out there? The home of the Colorado. You guys ever been to the Colorado? It's a fun place. All right, so you gotta know how this show works. Everybody, if I pull your name out of the you get 60 seconds uninterrupted. You know their time is up here. That means they have to wrap it up then, or else they bring out their angry. So a gay part of Houston. They all said it at once. What is it? Montrose. You gotta wrap it up then, or else you bring out that angry Montrose bear. Oh yeah, that's a big gay bear.
Southern twang on it, too.
Hell yeah. Oh my goodness, the first name has been pulled. And this is a very special show because since we have been in Texas for over 5 years now, we have accumulated many golden ticket winners from Houston, Texas. And tonight, we go right over the first poll. Starting off the show with a brand new minute for us is one of our elite golden ticket winners in Texas. He got his golden ticket, I believe, when he was 21.
What's his name?
Since then, he has worked as Buc-ee's.
Yeah, that guy.
At a Buc-ee's. Make some noise. Starting tonight's show, Houston's own Enrique Chacon.
This guy's hilarious.
Houston, Texas, how the fuck we feeling tonight? This is looking like a racist thing. I heard that ISIS and white people now, man. What's up with that? You're telling me I can't even hide inside a Lululemon anymore? My girlfriend, when I met her, she was way out of my league, so I got good about her, man. I found out that she was really into animal rescue, so 2019, fuck it, bro. I rescued 34 cats, bro. Fuck it. Sometimes you have to save the kitty to eat the kitty, and that's what I was doing. You say I was in heat too, man. Anyways, I have an Australian cattle dog and blue heater at home. I like to use that for small talk with older wife and tractor supply. I tell them I have a blue heater, like, oh my god. That's a very intelligent dog. That's a very hard-working dog. Have a beautiful moment. And suddenly they remember that they're praying, talking to me, and that's the end of the conversation. Thank you. Tony Hitchcock, Senor. How are you, my friend? How does it feel? This is the biggest crowd you've ever performed in front of in Houston, Texas. It is, bro. It's looking pretty fucking beautiful. Southwest Alien, Texas in the house. Southwest Houston is a beautiful place where everybody says the N word no matter what they are. I moved to like all the time. I was in the N word. I was a rubber band.
That's my hood, man. That's where I grew up. And yeah,
I don't know the different areas that well. I know I was able to convince Red Band to do this show because I said it's in Sugarland, and he's like, "Oh, where did it go?"
I'm fucking mad at that, bro. My bad ass. Sorry, Sugarland, bro. What's up?
My goodness. Why are you so fat? Tell us what you eat exactly.
You know, a lot of straight guys eat pussy, Tony.
That's not what's making you fat.
Are you like putting on it? You're putting whipped cream on it or something? Or cream cheese?
You know,
Protein powder?
duck eggs, chicken eggs, bro. We cook everything with lard.
Dude, I eat chocolate candy eggs, the fucking Cadbury eggs, dude. I got fucking eggs.
But you know, a place that you need to visit that. You people don't you fucking agree?
What is that?
This and that is the best neighborhood in Houston, Texas.
Why? You'll have to do it.
And if you're stuck in traffic and this and that, you might as well get your dick sucked, you know?
I'm gonna go to Southwest. I'm gonna go between Bissonnet and Southwest Houston so they can see the N-word while getting my dick sucked. Such a sad ice white people. So
That ice shit got me terrified, Tony. Yeah, I have something called the DACA status, which means that I'm a celebrity immigrant. You know, there's only 2,500 of us now.
Should be saying this.
Fuck it. You know, I'm prepared for the consequences, man. That's why I'm trying to camouflage myself. I don't even drink Modelo's anymore in public, Tony. I'm drinking Busch Light, bro. Like, it's the gross white guys, bro. What the fuck?
any other weekends that you're doing?
You know, I'm reciting 10 amendments, Tony.
10 amendments.
One of those is the right to eat. I look like Lizzo's waiter, bro. What the fuck was I thinking, bro?
You look like you squeal when someone hugs you.
Absolutely adorable, Enrique, and you have the show started for us tonight with nothing but laughter and likability. Just from Houston, Texas. Yeah, we got it started. Everybody, there are a lot of news local meeting the 3-hour begin. They get 60 seconds and then I conduct an interview with them. Sometimes people get a little bit shy in front of such a big group of people. So I'm going to try my hardest to find out crazy shit about your first bucket pool. Doing an uninterrupted set goes by the name of Max Wissencher. Everybody, here comes Max Wissencher to get the bucket started tonight.
So it's been out with my girlfriend last week. It's really up. She started taking her clothes off. Yeah. She was like, Max, you look like a kid in a candy store. You look like a kid in any store. Yeah. Just kidding. I don't have a girlfriend. Yeah. I can't keep a girlfriend, right? Because they don't feel safe with me. I'm gluten free. I mean, I can't eat all Debbie. It sucks, right? Like, no one brings donuts to work. I can't have any. Straight to the shitter. Do you think about using a toaster? That's when I'm taking a bath. Come on.
Being useful. How old are you, Max?
I'm 27. I don't even have chest hair yet.
How are you?
Me neither. I'm 41.
It's good, son. How did you find out about me?
Yeah.
How did you find out about me?
I was at the yeah, I was at Twitter. I was listening to your conversation.
Oh, word, dog. Yeah. And you sent me a message.
Yeah, I sent you a prayer request.
Oh, okay. Let me make sure I follow you back. Yeah. Okay, so let me just make sure I understand who you are, what you do. You're Isaac Mash, and
Yes, sir.
I am following you back. Okay. So you are in the crypto, and all right. So let me a message that will kind of give you everything I tell you is free. Um, but I want you to read it through, and it should make a lot of sense to you. You've already done some of the things that I advised in this message or in my Discord. So if you would go look at the message that I'm going to send you 4 messages. Three of them are really long, so it'll take you to read through them. But once you're done, to yeah, be good advice for you to be able to expand your network and get a job and all the other good things that there are to do in life. So through the message, go to your Twitter messages and read through the 4 messages that I sent you. 3 of them are really long, one of them shorter, and one of them just kind of a concluding one. And then let's talk. Then you let me know what's going on, okay? Make sure that it makes sense to you.
Okay, no problem, Rabbi. Okay. Sorry, hello? Rabbi,
Yes,
are you gonna send it now?
I already sent it. Go look at your messages in Twitter.
Okay, no problem. I'll get back to you now.
I'll wait right here, and you let me know if it makes sense.
Alright, no problem. I'll get back to you. Let me go and check out that.
You got it.
is to work. What's the process operating with us? Response maximizing your workday. Think about your career, and be able to do that. Process to ensure that the work is still in place. So it maximizes the way that the sun goes. Incredible. Some of that is ready. The show is a little about questions. So then it says, by the way, when it does Rabbi, when does the show try to do that? Us. Moving to the soul. So he asks, when does a person receive their Shem? Shas Kida. So I'll say, so Kida means literally again at the beginning of the pregnancy. Now, Rashi points out, also again, the Gemara says, Gemara says that when a woman becomes pregnant, Allah takes the tipa. It sounds like little again, is a blast. Okay, good. That lasted. So Allah takes his blast and he goes ahead and he brings it before I finish tomorrow. And he says, what is his called? Chiquita. Chiquita means to remember, there's the balance of what is this baby going to be? Santinas as Rabbi. When does the baby get his Shem? Is it at that moment blast or maybe again it's more of like a fun, like the baby looks like a baby. So Rabbi says the baby is more well formed. Okay, so I would like to say this is the extra. So again, he says he can. For example, he's spent can't be out 3 days. And most of that, or he needs salt, he needs to be served in order to keep it. So as the that exists in the surface. So just like this is how does the blood, how does the fetus exist at any point without a shower? It must be instead, it must be out of the Shas. So the leader says to Rabbi, it must be like the shower comes to the fetus already from the context of us, from the moment of conception. Rabbi said, never said I'm not going to do this. Rabbi says, Rabbi said, something is ready. Right? Say, look, everyone there's a positive impact on the what's the positive? Because we should have our the Safa Shabra. So literally again, so the actually the Shas Kida, the moment of Kida, the moment of Sahara, brings the people as far as the follows Shabra, like Ruach, preserves, Ruach keeps. Which I must say seems to indicate that the Shabra is given to the entity, the show the rapper. In this level, let's say it's about that. It's about the Shama. I thought about the Shama. So when it does, it so just so interestingly enough, here the question is it the kind of embryo that the fetus is born, speaking is born, or that received in the flesh, or the time the baby comes out of its mom, exits its womb. Allah says, Shas is here. So he says, I responded. And the time that the fetus is formed, it grows. And that's when it's eaten. So it doesn't make sense. If that's the case, the fetus will kick its way out of its mouth. Shaul says, you hear this? He said, the baby had eats out of it, that eats out of it, kick its way out of its mouth. Which tells you something interesting. What does it eat out of? What does it eat out of? It eats out of causes us to decay. Taking the entire essence of the Sahara is to break down boundaries. Like, in other words, the Sahara says, okay, I know this is us, so I don't care. No. That's not happening in Sahara. So here's the interesting idea. The Sahara has a very profound use as well. Because if you somehow able to take that energy inside of the shadow, suddenly now I have a pocket seed that breaks down boundaries, which by can be an incredible energy. Right? Everything is about how you harness that. The leader says it can't be the baby hand. It's literally must be that it's all about when it comes into this world. It's never done that in this. So if heavy investigating these you're absolutely right. They must be that they receive from when exiting, will make the Messiah, and ultimately again, that's important to social impact. The past also rates. The past says that ability again, sin awaits at the entrance. And of course, again, this is tough to pray. But it's something that always at the entrance to the world, kind of sin vouchers. These are harder than I was this is it's a article is about ultimately again looking at things in this world. And most of this is so that we just know it goes around our lives. Now what does these articles make it down with intelligence? But again, you understand, I can channel that, but that will be the so out of some verses, which like fantastic. I want some character to say, I love you, like that. So, as the Italian, I understand this show Russia playing difficult with my mind and that one person seems to indicate that he will come back with all of the physical blemishes. The other person seems to indicate that he will come back healed. Each of us is one of the questions that we have started right yesterday's app. Like, how do you like to clothes, unclothed, so they come back with their injuries, with their blemishes, with their how people come back. Right, countries are only come back again with our win, but then we are healed. Incredible. But that's just come back healed. Because again, there's greater appreciation when you come back with all of your injuries. Right? I come back with all of my broken cuts. I come back with all of it. And then it's yes, I'm just going to control to go there and heal me.
Hello? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow. Gone through all the messages and I'm really impressed in everything you sent for me. God bless you, sir.
You're welcome, my friend. Now go do it. And if you have questions, come back to me and I'll help you, okay?
Okay, sir. I'm going to go right now. I'm going to try and see. I'll give up, sir.
Excellent work, my man.
Any problem?
You just come back here.
If there's any problem, I'll let you know.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan, man.
Okay, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Take care, my friend. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, my friend.
Yeah.
What is that? The verse says, my mom was one of the secret rooms. Well, I'm too sorry. So I think it's part of the group. Because again, apparently, they're looking at this first of all. It's special to know like just check house, what they have, just I thought I know some shit. It's just these persons that also shit is much more.
So 1.5 years, but my first time at the show, like, at Book. I did. I'm in Houston now. Yeah. What do you do for work? That product developer for supplements. The ones that make you healthier that are in your life. It looks like you're taking it anymore. It looks like you're taking the drugs to make you backwards. It's a bunch of it buttons come out. You're about to put it. It's a kid snack, that's what I mean by that, dude.
Yeah, I think they accidentally gave you S.
People call me RFK Jr. Yeah. What's the you don't have to ask them anything, remember? Thank you. One of the funniest working jokes in the history of the show. We're making a 45-minute violation of me looking at Adam going, well, he asks the people. That's why I was at college. Max, tell us what's been going on in life since the last time you were on this show. Well, girls have been hitting on me lately with their cars. Yeah. I think girls are so dangerous when they drive because they're too busy trying to look hot. Like, I saw this one chick going 100 on the freeway, putting on mascara, swerving on. I mean, hey, that a bad bitch.
I dare you snuck in a little joke.
Comics at least.
Funny you should ask. These women be driving crazy.
Dude, you're perfect for cruises.
Do you do that when you hang out with your friends? How you think, man, that was nuts today. You're like, you just turn and face it. Let me tell you about the 405. I was like, dude, over here. You got jokes, I like it.
What, have you been on dates? You have a girlfriend?
No.
When's the last time you met up with a chick? What's that like? Oh, what playground did you go to exactly?
I think it was.
No, you didn't say that. Let's give the
I was
actual
like,
location of a playground.
No, I was like the children's museum, but that's right.
So, seriously, last time you were with a woman?
It was last year, yeah, into last year.
What happened then? What was that? For some reason, it's funny when you ask like a youthful 27-year-old.
No, it's my ex-girlfriend, yeah, in Florida.
Oh,
I was living in Florida for 2 years, and
what made you move to Florida?
my job, yeah. I was living in retirement. The weather was great. It was in the 70s, just like the people.
Impractical no jokers.
It's like a kid just getting freaking roasted the whole time. I gotta figure out the honey brush.
You're doing perfect. Max, what's your ethnicity? What is a wizard?
I'm about to go into another bed.
Well, if you say that before, it's very hard to get.
I'm half Mexican and I'm German. My Mexican half likes to cook spicy.
Your other half likes to cook Jews.
No.
Hey, did I accidentally write a better joke than you have?
Yeah.
It's okay. Serious.
I like half. My Mexican half likes to cook spicy. And my German half likes to turn that bathroom into a gas chamber.
Yeah. Alright, here you go, Max. There you go, buddy. Big dog. This picture has begun the fucking portion of the show. Keep it moving slow. There he goes. There goes Max, everybody. Luckily, too far away for Adam's favorite handshake. So there goes handshakes. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ almighty. The thoughts that go through my head when Heidi's on stage. It's unbelievable. Oh, Jesus Christ. The old Houston butter cakes. How about a hand for Heidi, everybody? It's real. It's real. Podcast is sponsored by Focus. Anywhere we're going is worth playing with means finding heroes and girls. Focus provides quality Western foods for everyone from generational ranchers and lifelong cowboys to first-time food boxes. No skip, pre-hit beer. Just instant out-of-the-box comfort. How about the milk? Sauce, lettuce, awesome. That's how good this stuff is. Whether it's your first pair or your 50th year, Focus has
I love my developments. They make me feel I get tons of compliments. Strutting around.
Riding in the back of the have some electric. Shop the goods online at Tools.com. They're expert friendly staff. Answer any question. ECOVAS.com/Tony. Like for details to COVID. Everybody, this bus is VPN. Going online without ExpressVPN is like living without the charge. You might be a great driver, but with all the crazy people on the road these days, why would you take that risk? Every time you connect to networks, hotels, airports, etc., you're online and it is not secure. Any hacker on the same network access steal your personal data. It doesn't take much technology. A smart phone could do it.
It's not ExpressVPN. When we travel, I know my data is safe. VPN has its lowest plans start just $349 a month. That's 12 cents.
To get past ExpressVPN protection. Just fire up the app and click one button to get infected. No wonder this website is scared of roaming data today by visiting expressvpn.com/Tony. That's expressvpn.com/Tony. You more extra money. All right, your next bucket pool goes by the name of Jake McFarland. Let's see what happens here. We're going to meet Jake. Put your hands together for Jake, everybody. Jake McFarland.
I just want to start this by saying I'm 5 years sober and clean from white pussy. Yeah. Hard choice, white pussy tastes like nickels. Yeah, it does. As a black man, I'm doing my part. Yeah. I'm out there doing it. Yes. I've been eating black pussy. Yeah. And I was actually recently eating some black pussy just a couple days ago. And I was down there in the thick thighs, you know how it is. And I was down there doing my thing. You know? Hey. But I was running out of air quick, alright? I come up her hair, I go, oh! She grabs by the back of the head and goes, no, reparations, bitch. And I was like, oh, fucking, yeah.
Alright, it's gone. It's full lemon time. I call it. How are you? When you're eating, you're just making noises inside.
You're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I thought it was her gun.
She was holding it to my head, that's true. Every chance I get. I mean, I'm telling you, when I get done with this, I'm sure there's going to be a lineup. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
If white pussy tastes like nickels, what is that like?
Like cocoa butter and original white. Follow-up question. What about Asian or Jewish pussy? I think if you like Asian women, you're secretly gay. And I don't know, let's play a game. I'll pull up a bunch of trannies from Asia and then just regular Asian women, and we'll find out who's hot and who's not. All right, let's do it. Come on. I'm just saying, I think we know what's going to happen. Your boyfriend's going to look gay. Okay? So. Is this where the animal is? Anywhere I can. Like, give us an example of where it's actually. I do a lot of I'm a black comedian. Okay, why do you keep saying that? I am. I'm a black comedian. I was banned from all white comedy rooms until like 6 months ago. Why? I am a ginger. Man, you really want to know?
Jake, that's what you do. Yes, I really want to know. We're on a live show. I don't know 7,000 people out, Jake. I do really want to know the answer to the question that the host of the show just asked you. Stand in the middle of the red circle. I'll keep it real. I'll keep it real. I'm saying right in the middle of the red circle. There you go. Just stand. That's the start. Okay. I don't know. I'm not that black. Honestly, I'm not a guy. Okay, tell us more about that. Yeah, okay. So I was at a comedy show. It was a black comedy show. You don't have those in Austin. In Houston, it's when you go to a place and everyone's black. You know what I mean? Just pure. We all did comedy in LA for a couple of decades. Right. Okay, so you do. Right. And I was lead, but one of my buddies who had went on didn't get on the show. He got snuffed by another comedian. He started crying. He got a little drunk. Goes in, walked out. I was like, well, fuck him, right? But then I thought, you know what? I better smooth it over with the host. So I walked and left my keys in my truck. By the way, I want to preface this by saying, I was a character. You know what character is? That's the hood. That's the fucking hood. Come on, get to the point of the story. Anyway, my bad. I'm wasting time. This is different kind, yeah, okay. So, get to the fucking story, Jake. Do you really want to know? Do you really want me to be honest about what happened? All right, here we go. Come on. So I was out in the parking lot talking with the comedian and the host, and another comedian started talking shit. And I told him that he's being disrespectful, and he said, "What are you gonna do about it?" And I said, "Take the glasses off." And he walked around his car, and I said, "Are we fighting or what?" And he said, "I'm gonna shoot your ass. I'm just gonna kill your ass. It's the hood, it's the streets." It was a black, which see, because when I pulled out on him and told him to take his hands out of the trunk after he popped the trunk to grab the gun, he closed the trunk. Damn. They don't like it when black people get their guns pulled on them, I guess. Your story takes forever.
This is like how hard it is for a woman to come.
The moral of the story is my gun back in the trunk after he closed the trunk, and he said he's calling the police. So I was like, okay, well, fucking Jesus, I thought I was black, but apparently he's not. This thing where you keep calling yourself black. I'm ginger. I'm light skinned. I can call my black right now.
Say the word?
No, I don't think
you're not black.
No, I'm a handyman. You're a handyman? Yep. What exactly do you specialize in? Woodwork and stuff like that? Well, maybe you are black because they would work if they could work. Yeah. My homie. Little black cheeky farm. Oh, deal patch. Clean that's right. Roadshow, the great Valerie is here, buddy. Transfer Valerie. She attends and was on every single non-Austin and some in Austin, but always on the road. We have a new kid. You make some noise for him here. A brand new minute. It's called Sledge, everybody. So God gave us 2 years, one mouth. Those are supposed to listen twice as much as we talk. he also gave us 10 fingers, so
And what's it
let's
doing?
make
Doesn't have to be a level. Right? Learning is any little take your Torah and you share the most. I can't make a whole different correct. Correct. Every single one of us. If you take all of us and pray, and if you take that Torah, what happens? So can the Rebbe skills. You are privileged to have brachos like Yosef, Shene'emar, and brachos of Rosh Mashmir. Ve'in Mashmir, and of Yosef, Mashmir, Shene'emar, Yosef was shown on the Arab.
you know, so God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth because we're supposed to listen twice as much as we talk. But he also gave us 10 weapons to make bigger blasts.
So what did he do with it? He shared with everyone else. That was the entire essence of Yosef. But Yosef, after everything that he had been through, had every right to say,
You should have orgasm.
what does he do? He takes it and he uses it. That was Yosef. That was Yosef. ViralRabbi drove all of us. That
I found out women are supposed to pee after sex, yeah. But also, just be sick. You should pee during sex.
Yeah, by the way, what is that?
So listen to that. My parents are here, by the way. Can I do one more joke? Okay. My girlfriend says I don't make enough eye contact during sex. It's not even true. I make a lot of eye contact during sex. It's just myself. Not in a narcissistic way. I just like to pretend I'm getting cucked by my
Tries to make so many riots.
From Northwest Houston, about the Heights.
1.5 blocks. Nice 1.5 blocks. Wait, gotta get.
I feel like I would be
Tomorrow wants to find as many you see everybody? Moving all the ones, huh? No, sorry, so wrong. That's wrong. Yeah,
well, I used to work in Galleria.
Keep moving all of us, huh? Moving over to this world,
I work at Express.
No, I
Express Galleria.
The Rabbi Mishneh from us offer Yachis. Then it
works in Willowbrook. Willowbrook, it's like further northwest. You just kind of get up. Yeah, they moved me over there. Oh. Oh, yes, he was exploit my labor.
Rest. The literally against turn for your destiny.
Willowbrook, like, there's like stabbing every week in Willowbrook. And we do like the only store that didn't even close.
What else?
I went shooting with Long's Kid and Dusty. Sportsman. It was fun. Everyone was very nice. I never shot a fully automatic weapon before. They just gave me like an introductory. They were like, "You're our friend, right?"
such a person like this.
I think they're
That's
Out there watching.
I'm also a victim because used to be a search great guy. I would come up.
I'm on edge right now. When he came out, I was like, whoa. But you look like a nice stalker, like you just stroked someone's cheek or something.
Yeah. I would greet the girl, but I would just hold her hand.
Yeah, you look like when you eat like pushing a blow out, you know, like a red.
It's too hot for him.
Yeah. Too hot, yeah.
Did his mouth like an airplane?
Have you ever been to the Black Hole?
No.
Oh, jeez. Chicago. Anybody? No, we had one ready. Why do you think you've never been to the Black
I wasn't always
Vengeance is also great.
Oh my god, men are so confident.
I mean, when you first got on the show, look different ever since you've been dating the show.
yeah.
Vengeance has absolutely. Vengeance. You always think about vengeance as a negative thing. Vengeance is not a negative.
No, she's a person. I don't
Very powerful, very appropriate. Stay on false. Hello.
Yeah, it just girls I can meet, but
Like Revelation. That doesn't say Revelation. That's just
but my place has never been
too revelatory and come up moments.
So I used to be very important to see on. Yeah, well, the vasectomy hasn't happened yet, but it's on clip. So I tried to, I talked to the doctor, and he didn't want to do it on me because I didn't have a chance. So I said, I'll go visit my niece, my parents, my brother, and her baby. And I still want to. She said, yes. Did that, and I can't have it. Sort of back to square one. It's sort of working.
But I feel like you want to go to hospital for vasectomy. Like you can just find a different doctor.
You can do it in red bait. IAR one. Good for you. You do drugs?
I just take weed.
You look like you sold mushrooms to Scooby and the gang.
That's my girlfriend's influence on me.
Congratulations, hometown crowd, in front of your big exhibit. We're getting back to the Bucktown College sledgehammer. So if we go, ladies and gentlemen, we're next round. We're going to be Brandon Brown all together. Now, put your hands together for Brandon.
Holy shit. We're doing it. Just a head flip. I gotta tell you, I'm a big ass fan. You too, Adam, right? Me and my wife, we're such big fans of Kill Tony that we role play Kill Tony in the back room, right? So sometimes I'll be hitting it from the back. I'm like, oh yeah, we're really doing it, baby. We're really doing it. And then sometimes I'm one of the black guys that get on Kill Tony. I'm like, oh yeah, we're really doing it. But my face, I'm on baby. But it goes both ways, right? So sometimes she's like, I want to be Tony. I'm like, right, you can be Tony. So I'll be your pussy, right? And then Todd's gonna hit the fucking button for me. Like, what the fuck? I've known him for 10 fucking years, and you still can't get it fucking right? Everybody, I'm Brandon Brown, and that's my time.
You're pointing to your girl out there? Where's she at? I love it. I love it. Big money. What do you do for work, Brandon Brown?
I'm an insurance broker.
Amazing. How long that for?
I've been for about 4 years now.
One of the toughest insurance brokers I've ever seen.
Do repo insurance? What's going on?
For your fucking family or what?
Yes.
Sometimes it works.
It looks like we're hoping if we stop doing the podcast.
I came up with that at 3:43 this morning. I was so excited. I was actually, so what's funny is I knew you were going to be here. We have a little connection. So me and the wife spent a couple of your shows, and so when you're doing Dr. Phil, we come see Dr. Phil, and I sent you a Facebook message like one night. Hi, it's Bob. Sure. Yeah.
Get back to you.
So, because me and my girl were like, I wonder if we can get married on Dr. Phil. And you and I went back and forth in a shit ton of messages, and my Facebook got hacked. And I could never get a hold of you again. And like, we were, like, you're just like, I'm ordained. Like, yeah, let's do shit. Yeah, look it up, Brandon Brown.
I'll take your word for it, player, but I gotta live my life. After you drive over the fucking stage. Wait, so you guys got married?
Yes, we did without you.
Where'd you get married at?
We did at the courthouse.
And how many you bathed in weddings?
It depends when the train starts to get I don't really remember, but
What did she get for?
she is a nurse.
Okay, you guys have kids. Are you finishing it?
I got a week ass school. Like, when I did this, the reason why God didn't make me black.
How many times now in bed?
Oh, I'm very good at that.
Do you have any special life where you usually on bottom to your bad back?
Yeah. She's gonna kick my ass after I'm saying this. So I got very extremely lucky, and I got hurt in Afghanistan. I took armor plates and my dick hard, and like I could go forever because I wasn't feeling right. So I don't just get you tired. And I'm like, I'm the hair of that. That's all I'm telling you.
Do you finish?
Yeah, I it's only on like the left side, like my calves feeling, but like I have like half the feeling that I had before, so like I go long.
The question was, what's your favorite TV show?
Yeah, feel alive.
So Afghanistan, that was pulled over.
We got hit by an IED.
Okay, can you take us through that? What was that like? Is it traumatizing for you?
It's not for me. A lot of people have different experiences in the military. I was very lucky. We were more on the attack side of things. So, like, we went out every day. We were part of the EOD group. And, like, there's just like this money. We laugh about it. It's a person like died.
We love you. We love you for your service. Any other crazy stories from being on the other side of the planet?
Oh, yeah. So my favorite is, right, this came to me too. I think this at about 4:02 after I came up my bed. So I said, like, what the fuck am I going to tell, Tony? So then I was like, Mr. Hinchcliffe, I'm on Tone. Like that one guy, I'm like, I've been playing around. I was just sitting Tony.
The question was, what's your favorite food?
Yeah, I'm getting around to it. So we were dealing with a lot of their stuff up. Being on EODs. And I had a magic ability. I would always find this dick. Like, we make them walk around looking for body parts and shit.
I have that ability too.
It's okay for you to find it. Weird. Why I find it. Hey, it's like that, you know, like my ass bombs. This is an example.
A lot of dicks. Do you do it when you find it immediately?
I can throw a juice sticks and I chase people around with it. You touch her stick.
So much fun. Congratulations. You got to do it right in the heart of the show. It's a big joke, man. You fucking did it, dude. Okay, your next bucket is live in Houston, Texas. It goes by the name of Mackenzie Jewel, everybody. Here we go. Mackenzie Jewel. I'm getting autistic, so technically I'm a double minority. But because I'm white, it just like bisexual kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Because I feel like bisexual is gayer than being gay. You know? Because when you're bi, that's that you like dick and pussy, right? So if you choose some dick over pussy, that's gay. That's really gay. But I'm autistic and bitches love to kiss some dick. I be stimming in they shit, you know? I'm like, damn, bitch, this pussy giving me the sensory overload right now. I'm in the hole, I'm like, so when you store your large files, do you use Dropbox or OneDrive? Because I always just want to pay attention to the movie, you know? I'm like, babe, I'm sucking my dick. Mr. Michael comes with founder. Amazing. Welcome, Mackenzie. You're hilarious. I'm coming up on my 3rd year, April. Fuck yeah, all of it here in Houston. Yes, sir. I love it. What part of town do you live in? It's Chase right now, but I showed before, and I mentioned I grew up in Low, Acres Homes. You're like if my Jones sucked on Bell. These are my favorite. You know, there's a lot of gay autistic comedians. Energy, act outs, kept everybody's attention. Guns ablazing, absolutely incredible. Question for you: are you this lady? Who's playing? I ask myself. I'm Gen Z, but I'm performing from TikTok. You know, not autistic. Mackenzie. I am 23. 23 years old. What are the kids up to? I mean, other than fucking anything. All the ones I know just hang out or sad and open. Yeah. What do you think is the most autistic thing about you? What's like your specialty? Everybody has a thing. Some are good at chess, some are good at this, that, and the next. Honestly, I feel like I got fucked on the autism thing. I feel like I'm just like depressed, lazy autistic. Like, what are the superpowers you were hoping to obtain? I don't know. Being able to just have like one of those cool library brains that just knows a bunch of shit. I my brain on drugs, but I'm better now. I was hella into coke. Really? Yeah. Adderall. I did DMT on stage one time. That's cute. I can't imagine. I've never seen like a nerdy coke demo. Just, yeah, you know, and it wasn't cool. What were you doing? Get drunk with your pals or whatever? Yeah, just doing open mics for 3 people and shit, you know? Wow.
I swear to God, when it came out, I thought you were a woman.
Actually, I lived with a woman for a year.
You can tell.
She actually made a couple Netflix specials. That's Hannah Gadsby, everybody. Live Incredible. So tell us about living as a woman here. By the way, I feel like this is every 23-year-old in the country, right? We're all gonna die. Oh, the big chickens and shit got so fucking big. You know? Got the estrogen from the chickens. RFK joining us. Big chicken. I had pink hair, worked at a comic book store. I was the happiest I ever was, actually. When you were a woman, tell us what you were doing to be a woman, though. You were putting on a dress. Yeah. Hot Topic, clearance sales. You were working at Hot Topic? No, but I would buy from Hot Topic a lot. What would you buy exactly? Skirts.
Pardon me.
Shit, and cute little frog shirts. Shit.
You go by Mackenzie?
Yeah, it's a cool thing. Gender neutral name, you know. Can we see your tits now that you're not a girl?
No, Red Man, you can't do that because that's harassment when you ask somebody that's sharing things with us to show us their tits, whether it's a boy or a girl. That's disrespectful and it's unacceptable in today's normal society. Can we see your tits?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still a man, everybody. Can the dude tits? No double scars for this.
Out of it.
I started taking edibles, and I just was on an edible, and I had this ego test that was insane, and I was like, wow, I'm kind of ugly as a woman.
It's amazing. I wish we could send that exact clip to every fucking half-gay kid around the world right now. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. We keep an open mind. At the same time, it's just contaminating everybody. Tell us, how do you think down that path?
Yeah, you know how it's homeschooled? I never diploma that says certified improv badass, so that's something.
Parents made that for you?
I'm 2 years in improv already, you know.
Wow, that's the gayest thing about you.
Yeah.
So, what's your preference? You think you're 50 dudes and girls? What kind of like 25?
Honestly,
Pets.
pets. What do you mean with pets?
And animals.
Not in like sexually, no.
You're giving off fairy vibes.
Yeah, told me I'm a meerkat.
Oh my god. He now identifies as a meerkat.
Yeah.
Where are we at? 50-50?
Honestly, my track record is mostly, but I have probably pulled around with two guys, and I've had one boyfriend.
Sounded like the tracks on the company. He made it all the way through until Mackenzie goes, I had one boyfriend. What the fuck? I mean, you can look at all, but Jesus Christ, say you're in a fucking relationship today, son. You keep that kissing that female haircut out of my cul-de-sac. Like my Burger King. What the fuck? I'm gonna have to drive to Southwest Houston just straight the N-word in a field exhibit. So tell us.
You were a woman in the gayest thing you said is that you had a boyfriend.
Yeah. Tell us about his boyfriend.
He actually came on the show one time. His name was Jackson Navy.
Nobody cares about that. Tell us about your boyfriend.
That was him. It was fine. It was okay. I have a girlfriend now. I like it better. The first
Tell us why you like it better.
Well, something softer about women.
It almost seems like that's what your biology all natural human animals. My goodness gracious. You almost said the first dick you ever, and then I cut you off. Let's get back to that.
The first dick I ever sucked was black.
Ooh.
You ginger guy.
Tell us about this black dick you sucked. How exactly does that happen? And were you just bullied and he forced it into your head?
You know, I thought because he had like Magic the Gathering cards, the dick would be like kind of like not
You were playing Magic with a black guy?
No,
Is it Magic Johnson?
I just thought because he had the cards, he would be like, it wouldn't be that, but it was big, and I didn't do it good probably.
When you say you didn't do it good, probably, what exactly do you mean? Sir, hold your what the fuck.
I'm gonna go get another drink before the dance second. Give me a Mike's Hard Lemonade. I don't know. I ain't getting can't even Twisted Twinties are called Tweez, maybe Twink, Joke, whatever. Okay. Well, stick with me, okay? When you say you probably didn't do a good job, what exactly do you mean? I just feel like I remember, like, half-assing it. Yeah, like it was Toothy, like, probably. Ooh, Ratatouille over here. Amazing. Toothy probably means 100. If you think your teeth might be hitting it,
Toothy was the name of the black man.
Toothy Jenkins, wide receiver, University, Alabama. Number 34, Toothy Jenkins, wide receiver. Amazing stuff. Mackenzie, you are doing such a fucking good job. Great interview. Great set. Red Band. Mackenzie, if you're ever in Austin, I'll have you on the secret show. Hell yeah! You're booked on a Thursday in Austin. The first local ticket show tonight was a bisexual 20-year-old blood record show. That guy will catch any type of. Thank you so much. How about one more time for Heidi and Val, everybody? Are they not shaking us all what we're into? Right after you're done picturing a boy blowjob to a fat black cock, Heidi and Val are here to remind us all that we're straight. Here we are. Two fucking fools, and now I present another boy born and raised on the outskirts of Houston, Texas. You know him very well. While never officially being a golden ticket winner or a regular, he became famous for being funny off stage, and then starting comedy on and then growing non-stop, and now he's to the point where he's headlining all over the country. Ladies and gentlemen, Gold Laser. City of Syrup, Houston, Texas. How we feeling tonight? Goddamn, just in time for rodeo season. Favorite time of the year. Now look at the goddamn rodeos, them big fat black women, them goddamn jeans and t-shirts, just throwing ass to our Lord and Savior George Strait. You ain't living pop their pussy to Amarillo by morning. I tell you what. Hey, you got them California Georgians walking around in airbrush shirts. Says, all right, we can get a barbecue stains on it. Look like a feral dog looking for a goddamn slice of brisket. I pissed drunk out there last night. I got up with this creature. I said, where are you from, baby? She said, I'm from I am in the back of the Ford Focus. Okay? Cutting that pig and alright? She goes back, you're gonna make this fox. I said, do what? Make this pussy fox. I said, keep your fucking down. Keep your voice down. I said, what are you asking me? She goes, you gonna make that? I text my mom. I said, hey, I have to use the live shot, so I need you to come get me real quick. You're gonna have to come get me. Hey, security, you ever made pussy for? Strong and solid type of like that. Saxophone, you ever made that pussy for? What that sound like? No, that ain't it. That ain't it. He said, doctor, that ain't it. Michael Gonzalez, Uncle Laser. I don't even know what to do with that manic
podcasts around the world. What you're talking about, which is annual super weekend, and just so happens to be right now.
Indians, Mexicans, blacks, white, pretending like country, dressing up, pretending to know what they're doing during the rodeo. It's fun. They get pissed drunk at Astrodome. You can buy the art. It's great, man. Like the little elementary kids draw art shit. You can bid on it. I bought a horse there last year.
Wow, you got the place running wild, right? The what the fuck guy's enjoying himself right now. Wow, so hooking up with the big girl. She's
Louisiana.
But like,
Speaking of language,
so like that means fucker so hard. But you
like the proper nomenclature is queens. And fellas, they never try to happen to me by society. It's gonna spoil you.
Just don't get no better. Look at this. Miss Aquarius.
That is sad. You heard about that without the airport?
Yes, ma'am.
That is sad. Then all these cancellations and delays and stuff. So looking at the blog, they were showing coming from Florida. They had to drive. I'm going to from Florida, Atlanta, Florida. So, and then they had to go home. From the West Coast, they bed was sent to Buffalo instead of LaGuardia. So they had to be like 2, 3 room hotel. They need to rent a car. Then next day, they drove home. They had to drive to Buffalo to get their bags from the airport, and they drove home. That's crazy.
That's wild. Now, I heard what you said. They drove to Buffalo because of what happened at LaGuardia. Were these friends of yours?
No, it's not from LaGuardia. No, it was a YouTube. It's a blogger.
Oh, a blogger.
She does a cruise. She's not doing stuff. And then Jordan or something like that. I don't know how they do it. Say her name. They was on vacation in Orlando they lived in LaGuardia Airport. So this is way before this happened last night. So they've been there for a whole week. My dad was doing baseball. So I think they left yesterday trying to trying to get on the plane, but they really went on and that day. So they wasn't gonna get on to like there ain't no wind. So that's how it happened. They got nothing to do with that. They ain't had nothing to do with that LaGuardia Airport stuff. They ain't been at Atlanta Airport for a whole week.
Oh wow.
I mean, they've been in Atlanta for a whole week. Yeah.
Hartsfield?
No, I said Orlando.
Oh yeah, you did. What am I talking about? Yeah, not Atlanta. Yeah, no, I know you.
Not Atlanta. Yeah, Orlando. MCO.
I gotcha. Okay.
MCO is I know because I used to work at it. So I know the acronym.
Did you work at Hartsfield?
Nobody put wheelchair.
And you met T.I.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, how was Queen Latifah?
She was trying to really meet her, but I spoke to her. I was in the wheelchair line with a passenger. And I was just right behind the two. It was really cheaper. So first time I said, she didn't hear me. You know, so what's up? And she raised, she said, hey. Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool.
He's got a thing for you, Miss Aquarius.
Never let me some T.I. Don't get it up if you don't stop that mess.
All right, Miss.
Not necessary to be going in people, and you just got it's just y'all beat y'all too. All that man his ass, I think it was about verses or something, or it could be deeper than that. I don't know, but you ain't got to put everybody in it. Like even those Beyonce moms just defending time, and he wants to go all in on her. Like this is between you and T.I. You don't have no business. They ain't going to go on and try to this. Tiny ain't had nothing to do with that. She ain't saying that. 50 Cent got some issues, Rabbi. He really do.
Let's see here. Curtis Jackson. Got a Curtis Jackson. When you watch a stream in the future, you need to calm the F down, according to Miss Aquarius, and according to Rabbi. Miss Aquarius, you ready? You know it's bad when Miss Aquarius is getting after you, Mr. Jackson.
He lost against his ex-wife. He had to pay her some money for something. That's crazy. Like, well, you better get your stuff together. They said it's put the words on paper.
Nice spare. He's making documentaries now, isn't he?
I don't know what he's doing, but him just to go in on people, just got to attack people for no reason.
Give me this. I'll tell you what, he had some hits. I'll tell you what, he had some hits back in the day.
Yeah, well, what people? Why you can't put that stuff on paper?
I don't know.
That don't make sense, Rabbi.
You would figure 9 times. You would think that he'd have his stuff figured out, not to cause beef.
Right. And then you gotta put T.I.'s wife in y'all beef. Like that baby had nothing to do with y'all. Then you want to go in on Tina knows you just take it out for him. Like you think Beyonce they're gonna say something about it. You know, they got other stuff to do. That just don't make sense. I'm like, well, you better get your stuff. I don't know what's going on.
You're doing too much. But I know King, they son said something about it. So I said, he ain't got nothing to do with that.
Is this T.I.'s son is king?
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna say somebody's mom. I don't even know what was said. I don't know. I don't know what was said. I just know that he protected her.
Nice strike.
Thank you. Hi, welcome in.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. Where are you from?
From America. But Rabbi, I'll be with you in just a minute.
That's right.
I'm with you.
That's right. You
Yeah.
get it,
Yeah,
Miss
I'm
Aquarius.
here.
Miss Aquarius. That was phenomenal. That put.
We gotta wait just a minute. Okay, he's playing a game with you. He's right. Just give him a minute, okay?
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, let me.
Calm down. I'll be with you in a moment, my man.
Okay.
You're not done. So I know you're excited to me that you're done, but my man, you're not done. You 30.
Ow. Not up to 10, but
Okay,
okay.
to work on them. If you need help or you have questions, come back to me. But I don't want to, like, we're not moving on to the next step until you have at least 27 of the 30 done.
Okay.
So just continue to work on them.
Let me go continue.
Absolutely, 100%. If you have trouble, then move on to the next one.
All right.
Excellent, my friend. Miss Aquarius, excellent.
Hey,
You're welcome.
you put your foot down, Rabbi.
Oh, Miss Aquarius, I have this kind of often with people. Nice spare.
Thank you.
Basically, here's what I tell. All these guys come in for half money and say, that's cool, don't we all? Why don't you market yourself better and then you can make money by marketing? And they say, okay, how do I do that? So I sent them a list of the top 30 different social medias that are available. And I say, create these. Once you create them, you can go into different places and say, project on my social media for XYZ amount of money. They say, it's great. They get the list. It's got 30 different things on them, which is a lot of work. And it takes a few days to do. But they all think that they're done after doing 4 or 5 of them. And I say, no. I already knew you're not done. So give it to me. Oh, man. Miss Aquarius, you had a really good game that last one. You got 3 strikes in or something?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Get it. Folks, Miss Aquarius is evolving into a super bowler. Not just a regular bowler, but a super bowler. Super bowler, folks. Give it to me.
I get it from you.
All right. This is the toughest. This is tough. Ooh.
Yeah.
Girl.
Oh, no. Okay. Rabbi got it.
No doubt.
Come on, Rabbi, you got this now.
I'm going as fast as I can.
You got it right.
That's not good. Give me this. Ooh.
Yeah.
Almost. What a strike. This game's over, folks. Miss Aquarius won both of them. No doubt. No doubt, folks. Get it. Oh, almost. Watch it at home. This woman is untouchable. No one's touching her tonight. Get it.
Hey, Rabbi. You're going to have to get some strike.
It's over. This game is over, folks. Oh, Queen of the Lanes. Nice job, Miss Aquarius.
Thank you. Good job to you, Rabbi.
Thank you, madam. All righty, you. You got tomorrow. Sweet dreams to you.
I gotta go work.
Absolutely, I'll be here. Sweet dreams to you, and we will talk, okay?
Okay, God's with me. That guidance would not listen with you. Would not listen to me. I just said the way like I said, can you please just do what I told you?
I heard it was hilarious. It was like you were my security.
I wasn't trying to be a security. I know you just don't talk to people when you're playing a game with me.
He was all excited. I knew he was coming. He had sent me some messages on Twitter, and they just came in while we were playing bowling. And so I kind of expected him to come in.
Okay.
You were perfect. You were perfect. Were and are. That's right. All righty, Miss Aquarius. Sweet dreams to you. God willing. Thank you.
Together and push you away. I told her once, what the fuck was that? And she goes, that's my pussy leaving you a review. I said, baby, I hope you fucking crash in the Brazos River when you go home. Wow. Absolutely incredible. It is unsettling when a woman does this. Yeah, guys, did this to me. Yeah. Well, listen, there's one rule of thumb with it. If it smells, you ever give away every time. No doubt about it. I'm interested to hear what the other horn players might think the pussy font sounds like. We only got the saxophone. What else? Do we have anything from you guys? Is there another pussy fart noise that you guys can You know I need that sweet, sweet trombone down there. There it is. That's what I like to find away. That smell's gonna hit about 5 seconds after that one. Yeah. That's the regular old font. Amazing, beautiful piece from Louisiana that you made. One, two. How does an event like that end for you? Just in a car. Our Ford Focus is our Ford Focus. The primary vehicle of most Louisiana people. Falling on a budget. Yeah. So you're in the back seat of the Ford Focus. It's down, and I'm getting hot. You know. One more I tried to lift her up off and my fucking leg was going down. Yeah, I miss home, you know. That's useful for you. Shit, man. I actually lost my little trailer, like a yeah. Tell us about that. Tell us, what was your age? Which relative was it? I was
I was 12, and Mexican girl was 14, the black dude was 16.
Wait, hold on a second.
There was guest stars in this.
Mackenzie Jules sucking cock while this was happening.
Well,
Was the black guy getting a toothy blood order?
no, make that pussy fly. Come on, ladies. So, like I stole my mama's Jeep Grand Cherokee, and we drove down there. Went out of the window. He's like, I'm gonna let you go first. And I'm just fooling about this. I have no idea what I'm doing. About 15 minutes go by, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I'm turning around and see a black man. Naked. But just a, you know, look like when you take the fucking shitty pictures of your kids out of the water and unravels this. And he's let me say, and I'm just sitting there and I know what to do. And in them trailer houses, you know, they're kind of flimsy, you know, and it's fucking up a wall and they fell through that little plywood wall shit into her kid's room. And then she starts hollering in a language I don't understand. And then fucking, we jump out the window and I get so nervous, I actually stole my mom's Jeep off the kids. And cotton came and shit. My mom took me into a black dude, jumped her, he was actually 47. That called everybody. I made it part of, goddammit, I made it part of.
There aren't real black men. Little fun fact, you'll never see a black man. Also, a fun fact, black people do this. It's a real, like, John needs it. Can you confirm this? Have you ever seen it before?
She's never seen it.
Yeah, he's joking. Have you ever really seen it? Shut up.
I know black people can't have Down syndrome. That's a fact. That's a fact. They only get sickle cell, but you can't get the retardation stuff. That's a fact, goddammit. Anyway, I miss home.
The only kind of Down is flag football. Am I correct, everybody? Am I correct?
Two kids, University of Alabama.
Uncle Laser, to watch you grow set after set on this show is an anomaly.
Hometown, baby.
It's incredible. In his hometown, 6 minutes away from where he lost his virginity, in a trailer with a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old black man. One more time for Uncle Laser.
From sweat to
the fucking weekend. And your fucking goes by the name of Cocktail by Sonic as well. Should be correct. Real life. Sports Sonic Review. Here's Kyle Clinton.
I've been recently had a vasectomy. And then he asked me if I was going to get a vasectomy. I was like, I think I got to get some pussy first. Being from Eastern Kentucky, sometimes people ask me if I banged my cousin. Like, no. She was home. He was way out of my league. My big brother, like 6 cousins. I've been in some real stiff competition. Growing up in Kentucky, sometimes people think I was brought up Baptist, but I was actually raised Methodist. Then in my 20s, Crystal Methodist. Thank you, everybody. I'm Kyle Clinton.
Again, always love your delivery, love everything about you. How you feeling, Kyle?
I feel fantastic. Thank you, everybody. This is sure.
Have you been before to Sugarland?
I have. I saw Chris Rock in here. I saw Jay Leno in here.
This venue
At this venue.
Smart Financial. Amazing. Is this Houston where you're from?
Again, I grew up in Kentucky, but I live here now.
What do you work?
Now fun?
Yeah. What do you do for work?
I was managing shopping centers, and right now I'm substitute teaching.
Okay. What shop are you managing at the time? Perhaps Woodlands or something?
Well, Most of them were in small towns and throughout Texas.
Players.
Wieners.
What's wieners?
Wieners. I know some people out there are familiar.
Stop saying that. You're making me hard. What is that place?
It's where everybody got their school clothes growing up, apparently.
Really? You guys got your school clothes at a place called Wieners? Right now, that guy up there's like, what the fuck?
Friday wasn't open.
Wow. I just thought they started selling kids Wieners recently. Media propaganda.
Yes, I'm 13 years not doing it, but yes.
How did you end up starting? Explain to me. I've always been curious. How does one start really crystal?
Very distracted. That's where I'm are. Having to cram for a test, and then taking Adderall, and then advancing whenever I did not have Adderall.
Because crystal meth fill that forever. For those of you that are running a little low on Adderall, just remember.
To substitute.
Crystal meth or like see shit like that. If you take enough Adderall, you'll see shit. But tell us about it.
I had neighbors who could get it, and that became an option for me whenever I was out of Adderall. You know, a good guy in need.
So some neighbors keep baking soda. These neighbors like a
farm. Yeah. I don't know. It works.
What's the wildest thing you've ever done?
Oh, that's a very good question, Tony. That's an excellent question.
You look through your people a lot outside.
Yes.
Let students dress you with their hand-me-downs from Wieners.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Searching through the carpet naked, looking for more, maybe. Just porn's on.
What kind of porn you watch? This crazy. Wildest porn you've ever watched?
Great question.
Penguin porn?
Straight porn. Interracial porn.
Right. Getting warmer.
Now say the truth. You know how to say this? This might not hit unless you're up close. You do look like the clowns really did on the day off.
I'll take it.
Facially.
Perfect. I get told I look like a lot of people. Somebody said I look like Charlie Kirk this week.
Not great.
Not great.
Not great, yeah.
Not great. I got Mr. Bean. Everyone knows Mr. Bean. I was impressed. Everything. All grades.
You can put them in like a video.
Times. We watched the video. Yeah.
I
try.
You were throwing some interracial porn just to see what they react.
No, never.
Just making small talk.
I was calling Mr. Epstein this week. It was
also great.
Not great.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that I knew who that is.
What did you have to do to get that moniker?
Walk around.
Do they bully you?
Yes, they bully me every day. The middle school is just, that's called a pussy ass.
Okay. The guy that called you. The kid that called you that, what did he look like? What race was he?
You fire back? I did not.
Oh, you had a word you could have used.
I did.
Depending on what part of Houston you could. So when they call you, why did that kid call you a pussy ass bitch? Is there context to that situation?
He said I disrespected him after I told him that I said, this is an AB conversation. You can see your way that way.
Wow.
Black people hate the alphabet.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna say it.
And I was like, hey, come over here and tell me.
Right about.
Are you tattled, you fucking pussy?
You really are a pussy ass bitch.
Yeah, I am.
Get it right.
You're like, say it to his face.
Because I'm too big of a pussy to say it.
Okay. You are patient, but I would like to see you or hear about you snapping on one of the kids. Because I feel like there's, for every patient, sweet, affable dude is rich.
Feels like it's building up within you. You seem like you might never teach her that is the small. It's only a matter of time. It would be a first. For those of you keeping track, no teachers. Almost 85% trans people nowadays are the shooters. So it could be, the odds are higher that it would be Kyle Clinton.
I have to get louder than them. I have to get my voice above theirs so they can hear me. But I can't.
Like, shut up, pussy.
The kid that called you Mr. Did it make the clap because your real name is Mr. Clinton? Starting to make that connection in my head right now. Is that what it was? Wow. Those kids are the president of those kids. Okay, you had a great set, Kyle. We absolutely love you. Here's a big joke book. Boom. We're having fun here tonight. You guys having fun out there? How about the balcony? Are you guys having fun? Goodness gracious. Onward we go. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your next bucket. It is Nuncio. Papa, local Papa, Nuncio.
How we doing? Did I use it? Awesome. My name's Nuncio Gianni. I'm actually coming from Miami for my birthday. So, I don't know if you got any folks from Miami? Miami? I know the strippers are amazing. I love them too. I'm fairly young. Dating was actually really hard. 16 and 18 and 20. Miami's not the place. But I guess I got it. It's some strippers and hoes. So I think I'm ordering it in Italian. My ethnicity is kind of hard to pick when I come to this. I might order